back to the Inglorious Ingrates. I am your Dungeon Master, the Daily Dungeon Master. We are here with Idris.
Ahoy!
I'm
Avery.
finally back!
Archon. Sakura.
Nora, bless you.
Dasria. Winter.
Hello.
And Idris.
Greetings.
Alright. So, where we were last time. Who would like to give that lovely recap? Quick recap. Alright, go ahead, Idris.
Man, it was a good fun time for some people. Not everybody. It's like for some people. But what was it? It mostly had us starting with trying to figure out what are we gonna do once we got dealt the wyvern egg. Because somebody said they wanted to go for it. Not looking at somebody in sleek body form and or like really vampiric powers or nothing, but yeah, she decided to go after that. But you know what? We're ballers and we didn't die. Though we didn't bring back an egg, but we did bring back some spines from a wyvern and
Stinger. The
stinger. Yeah. The most important thing, because apparently we thought we were gonna go find out poison stuff about that.
Well, I did die actually, but I came back with a natural 20 and 1 hit point.
You passed out. You didn't die.
You did not die.
So,
You died. We leave you to the river.
At which point, I think we decided to go back to Redfern because going back to Archon's homeland was not a safe bet for us anymore. And I think that's where we were trying to figure out what we wanted to do next before we got to the party. So
We sent. Please remind me of your character's name because I said it wrong earlier.
Norden.
Norden. Thank you. We sent Norden to go try to find out what was up with Archon's brothers because they were not there.
Yes, and this time we actually got to meet a new friend. The all non-seeing dragonborn paladin Didrik.
Which you threw a rock at.
Which I threw, just a test to make sure he was actually blind. You never know. You never know. And he
That was
passed.
the worst thing you could
Really
have done.
know.
Thank God you weren't wearing glasses. You would have wanted to punch you.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if anybody else wants to continue the story after this.
Anybody else?
I smacked Idris for not recognizing the symbol of Falinora that Idris
I
had.
can't remember. We used that and going to meet the Baron. I feel like I'm missing something.
I do remember a little bit of it.
The priest! Wow. Sorry.
Okay, tell us about the priest, Dasria.
No. No. It was the time for the priest to come, so I feel like there was something else we did between this too. I have a vague recollection of being like, well, he doesn't come till
We were
tomorrow.
going to your little shack of spiderweb yarn, and it's just like
We went
Oh
to
yeah, we
the
talked about our plan for a while and came up with, I don't remember.
It was the crazy
conspiracy
wall inside the barn, and everybody realized, oh crap, that's what Dasria's been working on. And she looked like that meme with the guy with the cigarette pointing crazily to the wall with all this red
Turned out to
yarn.
be this beautiful spider.
Oh my god, somebody made
No! Yes, I think. Did Winter? Did you put that together?
Yeah.
Winter, you put that crazy conspiracy theory wall together?
I love it.
Yes, I did.
Dasri and Idris went to the Tower of Knowledge also.
Yes, I think we also did that before we went to the priest. We went to the Tower of Knowledge.
You promised.
Which,
Yes, I did promise.
why do I know I
For
get
winter.
one later, but I didn't think
For
we
winter.
talked about it.
That's for
Winter.
Winter.
Oh,
Winter.
okay.
Winter's got.
Well, I
DM
get one. I
inspiration.
know I get one later based on
Yes.
something else we've talked about. But
Winter, you've got DM inspiration. That's a D12 for you this time.
ooh,
And for those who don't know, Archon have these really cool challenge coin sized coins that for DM inspiration. They're really cool. Okay, and so tell us about the well. Before we get to the priest, talk about the Tower of Knowledge. What happened there?
so we went to look up information about the Baron and Tormund, and I want to say also Dasria's family line a little bit, but I don't remember that. We ended up trying to talk to one of the people around and asking if we could find more information, which he basically said, no, I can't help you, it's up higher than you can go. And so we gave him a bunch of information asking him about Tormund and the Torgrim, sorry, that was your father's name, I think.
I'll talk about my dad that way.
So, the symbol, specifically it was the symbol that we had found in Torgrim's tomb, and they all started kind of freaking out about it and shutting the place down and locking it up, and
The more information you seem to give them about these symbols,
the more freaked they got.
and they completely shut down the tower, force field around it, whole 9 yards.
And we asked if we could potentially talk to the Keeper of Knowledge, but they basically said that the information that we had submitted to them about all this crap was part of our petition to see the Keeper of Knowledge.
Correct.
Which I have written up, and we talked about writing a letter to them to try to better help our case, which I have, and we'll talk about that later. And then we went and saw the priest.
All right.
Before
Didn't it-
that, though,
Oh wait.
Oh,
Did
God.
they give you a time frame about how long? Wasn't it like a month or
It was
something?
like a month, and we were like, well, no, we need to see them sooner, so that's why we tried to write this letter in hopes of kind of lighting a fire under their butts.
yeah. But don't forget.
You wanna
we
read the
also
letter?
had
I put it in the group
to
chat.
Break into the Baron's house to cast Identify on the jewel.
Right!
Which Winter
On the crystal,
said- on the crystal, and Winter also decided to keep some details to themselves.
We don't know how many.
What did she? We don't know
We
that.
don't know. I don't know. Honestly,
We're all mad about it, but we don't know, so none of us are actually mad about it.
Correct. But yeah, that was also something not to forget.
Yeah.
What I said was all that was needed to be known at the time.
Uh-huh.
Information broker shoes, but that's cool.
Yeah.
At which point, yes, then is the meetup with the priest. Does anybody else want to chime in, or I can blaze through it?
Priest. Who wants to talk about the priest?
I'll take too long.
When we went to, it was the church, right?
Yeah. It was the temple to all the good gods. That's it. Right.
Yeah. So the priest was healing and reviving and curing all the stuff. We confronted him, and we got your sister. Took him to the private room, and she was like got her memory back for a short amount of time, and we found out he was Azrael.
His name was Azrael. Yes.
Azrael.
He's a Asimar cleric.
And that's Idris's sister.
Yeah, it was Idris' sister that they took. That was healed
By Azrael.
by Azrael, the priest.
So we get information from her, but then when she mentioned the name, it was Valinora, correct? She lost her memory.
No, she just had no recollection
No recollection.
of Valinora or talking about Valinora.
Yeah. So
Who else talked about Valinora?
What's his face? Her mentor.
Harlan.
Darwin Short Pants. Gauge. That's it. Close enough. I got syllables.
Yeah. Okay. What else? What else happened in that meeting? With that meeting with the priest? Anything else we found out?
so the day after he went on he let leaves and he said to go back to Valinor, basically.
He's going to die. And Justin Carey's going to die.
Okay. Next, what else was? Let's go back to the Baron. The meeting with the Baron. What was discovered there, other than some information about the obviously the crystal. They have a similar crystal to the Targamas. It glows red, right?
We definitely learned the Gnaw Baron's not behind anything because of the fact that he is being affected by the Forgetful spell.
Seemed to, yeah.
Seemed to be.
Or he just
Yeah.
We didn't have a chance to actually check on the Baron. I'm hoping we'll get to do that before we leave.
What did Sakura find? Or is Sakura sharing
Just
that?
one thing I wanted to share about the tower
Yeah.
before is that Sakura did a divine, try to connect with Valinora while having the priest here, and she saw herself and Idris at a particular level of, following of Valinora, and Avery, the chosen one, was up, levels above that. And this guy Azrael was up levels above the chosen one.
What?
Yeah.
What is as important as you thought you were?
my self-esteem was just plummeted.
I think the DM's word is that he's at where Avery wants to get to.
Avery's goal is to be this guy's connection with Valinora.
I'm gonna cry.
Right.
Roy, I'm lenient. I'm nothing.
Well, no, it was also
all the
oh,
time.
and the priest had already said it was her fate to spread the word of Valinora and to basically spread the word of her church. And you guys learned that, of course. Avery was back at the farm.
Well, I was training with Dad. Training with my father.
Okay.
Just abandoning us.
Anything else?
Not Baron likes gladiatorial combat.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got an invite even.
We also got the location of the off-site place as well as one of the symbols, right?
No.
Say what?
Wasn't there one of the symbols that we kept seeing also shoved in with the map in that secret compartment in his desk that Sakura found?
Wait, was that
Am I-
the
am I
Baron or
imagining?
the Baron that like the gladiator fighting?
Yes.
Both of them.
Both.
Yes.
I think the Malvern.
I got the invite from the Baron. The non-Baron, yes.
He participates.
He participates.
I was just going to ask, was it an invite for just you or for everyone?
I think I only got extended to me. We were in the middle of a conversation, so I was going to ask if I could bring y'all along. So we have not determined that, other than we know they deal in slaves, because I'm now a slave trader that I promised to give them slaves. All in the purpose of finding out where they are bringing people like my sister and are exploiting them for whatever purpose that we don't know. We call it a place called Statine, or Statine, am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Which is a town east of Mopal. And that is where I am to drop off some low and gold set cargo. So,
And there's like, what was it, a cave
yeah,
south of there?
yes.
And something escaped from their offsite.
They said something or someone had escaped, and you guys found that note.
That's
from
all.
the Baron.
That's only Idris's knowledge at this point, though, right? Or was
No, that was
Archon
in
in
the
there
note.
with him?
That was in your note that you
That
found.
was in your note. Now he found out, and Archon found out about it's there's a place south of 15 off the coast where they offload cargo, more illicit cargo it seems, and then there was the note which showed offsite location, and
That note was in an open or an unlocked drawer in the desk.
it was like no, it was
It was where the
yeah.
map was. Is there a note also?
No, you found the note in the desk drawer. You found the map location behind the hidden panel.
I think that's correct.
We also, when Winter was in the garden casting Identify on the stone, he overheard two people talking about the offset location. That was the first time we'd
That
heard
was
about that.
Winter, yes. you
which is
found that
also south of Stettin.
Yes. But the same location, right?
No, one's like the
To
port,
offload.
the
Okay,
offload,
got it.
and the other one is the actual location.
Okay, gotcha. I think that's all
And
we got
also a
to.
dagger.
Found the dagger.
I don't know if it's sexy or not. Probably not as sexy.
Is it
as
sexy? Do I find it sexy?
You're not there yet. They're coming back from all that.
It was glowing though.
Yeah.
Of course I find it
Also the
sexy.
fact that everyone forgets Destria except for me.
Yeah.
Diedrich did not forget Dasria.
I am very grateful she had a blindfold on, so she actually does not know that, though. She doesn't know who forgot
Don't
her.
worry, I had the eyes. Without the eyes.
She doesn't need that right now.
Okay, so
You're in disguise, right?
She is currently disguised as a dragonborn of the same color as you.
Yes, so she pretended to be like my sister or something like that.
But, trying to imply that we're of the same order at the very least.
Yeah.
But not
Yeah.
blind.
no, she
She's
had
pretending to be
You
blind.
are going to be blind as well?
Yes, I believe we're both holding on to Winter.
yes.
Yes, Winter.
So wait,
Yeah.
are you actually blind or like self-blinded?
I'm blind.
He's
Blind,
blind,
blind.
but
Okay.
but sees. Wait, did
But
you
you're
already
right.
reveal? Did you already reveal?
I mean,
I
threw,
don't reveal.
Okay,
no,
never mind.
I threw a rock and he caught
He
it.
seems to be able to be
Deflect.
aware,
Okay.
but he is blind.
Okay, so not by choice. It's like genetic or
Every
something.
now and then you hear him
No,
go
no.
Okay, not my choice.
The non-baron tried to hit on me despite the blindfold.
No one
It
said
was
what's wrong
weird.
with your eyes yet.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Look, man, people are just some shady stuff.
To be fair, I think I rolled like a nat 20 deception roll or
Correct.
something. Something stupid.
Okay, so where you guys were coming back from the meeting, I believe, and heading back to the farm. Avery's
Wait.
farm.
Could we finish that meeting out? Because I did want to see if I could interact with the Baron to confirm that he was not affected by the forgetful spell. Because I think when we ended, they were still talking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys were still
So
talking.
my goal was to basically, when he came back out, try to engage him in conversation enough to see that lapse again. Well, see it.
See it. So
Yeah.
Actually, here's a question: would she have even noticed that everyone else had lapsed? I think she noted. She definitely would know that
give me an insight check.
she probably would have noticed that all Baron lapsed though, because he actively switched conversation. Okay, dice box, don't look through me. No, that's perception.
Insight.
Oh, 6.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Everybody remembers you. Everybody knows who you are.
Okay, so I have no idea what's happened. So
I do ask the Baron if I can bring my entourage or if this is something more a private on private. But at least I want to guard with me considering I got shot the other time
You did take a crossbow bolt for me. Yes, bring your entourage. It'll be great fun. Are they trustworthy?
Trustworthy and entertaining, if you either speak.
I like that. Okay, then yes. Bring your entourage. It'll be fun as long as they can be trusted to be, shall we say, discreet.
Agreed.
Okay. So, now as you guys come out of the meeting, give me an intimidation check, Archon, as you've been flexing on the captain of the guard.
Oh, yeah. Do I get advantage since I showed him up last time?
I'm going to say no for reasons you don't know.
Oh, don't like that.
Got a average. What was that? I think I have a. Let's see, 19.
19.
Interesting.
He does seem a little shaken around you. Like, if it came down to it, he's not sure he could take you in a fight. I mean, he's obviously got hiding something. Like, he thinks that there's a chance, but he's not sure.
No.
Okay.
Remember how good we were in that
You need
underground
to
fight?
do a stealth roll
Totally.
to get back out without being noticed. I'm invisible, so I guess I got advantage.
With everybody else being pretty oblivious to everything else, they're all busy, I would say no. Okay. Do you go anywhere or do anything else? You've got about 30 minutes.
I feel like I maybe have some clues that will be useful from here.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, Stacker, are you going to go anywhere else in the house?
No, I decided to be most wise to just take my winnings and bail out of the game.
Okay. All right. So, I'm assuming then you're just going to follow the party out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else you want to say to the Baron, the Baron? Anything else anybody else wants to say?
They're garbage people.
Actually, what is the date of the next party that we're getting together? To host? That's at the end of this upcoming week, right?
Yes. Yes, it's at the end of the next week.
So we're in 10 days, right? That's
In 10 days, yeah, 10 days.
Okay, so at the end of the 10 day.
Correct.
Which is, we're in the middle of the 10 day or the beginning of the 10 day?
You guys are at the beginning of the 10 day.
Okay, cool.
And based on what you can see, how far it is, if you guys got mounts or use the carriage, most likely if you got mounts so you don't have to necessarily follow a road, you guys could actually get to the location on the map within 2 days.
Okay.
If you were to follow roads, it would be a lot longer.
I do have some conversation-wise that I want to have with the Baron
Okay.
in a more discreet manner. Are you looking for any type of in particular specimens for the work you do?
Well, a lot of what I look for are entertainment, both female and male. And then, of course, anybody who you think would be entertaining to watch a gladiatorial match.
Okay. Is there any expectation that you would need a regular supply, as in maybe the workforce loses its will to live or something? They might need to be replenished. Like, I just want to know if I can make something more regular.
Oh, absolutely. There's always a need.
Okay. Well, if you don't mind, I would love to see this whole little operation just to make sure when I deliver, just to understand what you do there. So maybe when I come deliver, we can meet up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
In fact, when could you get your first delivery?
I don't want to be revealing my hand too much, but I can expect something by the end of the 10 day. Maybe even by next 10 days.
There's a party I'm going to. It's basically a redo, if you will, of the party that Targaryens held. Yes. But it's being held at the palace. Security issues and all.
Okay. Well, maybe if you can get me an invite in as well, I can maybe also expedite the delivery if you need me to as well.
I think I can do that, absolutely. And where should I send this invitation?
I primarily keep my business separate from my personal life, so I actually put it in the Adventurers Guild, and I will retrieve it from there.
I like how you work. Subtle. I love it. Okay, then. It is settled. I will send one of my agents there to deliver the invitation.
Yes, to Count de Monte Cristo.
Yes. Okay. And he comes out with you laughing and just talking about trivial things. And what are you guys doing?
What time of day is it?
Right now it's about midday.
So that would probably actually give her time to write the things she wanted to write, depending
Yeah.
on what she is, and then go deliver them.
Sure.
I don't know. So I don't know if we just skip to that and her delivering them, then she's gonna write that
Well,
note delivered.
so you guys heading back to the farm then?
I imagine.
Okay.
I don't know how long it would take her to write these notes in real time.
I don't think it would take too long. Okay.
So then as soon as she gets them written, she's gonna go back into town with whoever wants to come with her. I want to deliver the note that I intend to give to the Keeper of Knowledge to hopefully expedite the whole process to see him. As well, there's another note I want to drop off, and it's admittedly a little risky, but I want to try, but I should probably do that alone.
I'll go with you, because I also want to meet up with Felicity and their family to see when they can get the boat delivered.
Okay.
I typically go just to keep my phone.
Okay. Anybody else?
Or cause the trouble.
So we're back at the farm right now, right? We're back at the farm.
Has anybody not seen the note and wants to
It's
see it?
Avery. The rest of the group shows up at the farm. You notice.
Wait, they don't see it, they just
Really?
Yep. Or well, they think it's not yet.
Okay.
Oh God.
I want to a constitution check.
Okay.
That's
That's
friggin'
funny.
That's the way to get this game started.
First thing I rolled is I got back to that 20.
Okay, you guys don't see Avery. You see Bob. You guys just see Fabio standing out in the yard. Avery, you see, like near on Archon's part of his chest, a missing part of his flesh. Like there's a scar there where you're pretty sure you remember there being a tattoo. Wait, wasn't it on your chest, Archon, or was it on your arm?
I thought it was like a chest tattoo.
Dastria said it was on his pack.
I may have misremembered.
It was on my chest.
It was on your chest. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
But then there was also,
I never forget titty
tattoo
tattoos.
under.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
I see titty tattoo. I'm gonna approach.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna look at him. Just gonna like look around like
Everybody, give me a perception check.
I want to see how old he's.
Sort my own way.
Nope.
Dice.
Nice.
No. Oh my God. This box is cursed.
Anything you touch is cursed, Dastria.
That was rolling for me like crazy. 3.
I don't even recognize Fabio's here.
That's fine.
Yeah, you guys, it's Fabio just standing there in front of you, like, just kind of arms crossed.
Why is he staring at us?
Do we know him as Fabio? I forgot what to call this person.
Fabio.
Fabio, it's
Fabio. I thought it was Fabio.
Fabio.
I think it was Fabio because I remember it distinctly not being Fabio because I wanted to make the Fabio joke.
Oh, yeah. Fabio.
Fabian, it's Fabian.
Fabian.
Authority, Fabian.
El Father.
So he's just standing there looking at us.
Yeah. Arms crossed, just looking at you.
Very confused. Looking very
Suddenly,
confused.
Fabian comes walking out of the house.
So there's two Fabians, man.
Avery, stop messing with them. This is not what I taught you to use it for.
What else are we gonna use it for? I had to practice. I turned back to Avery.
Ah!
Hi. It's been a minute.
Oh, this is good.
I'm standing in the yard. Right?
Yeah.
I'm standing in the yard. I'm chewing this. You don't know what it is, but
Chewed on something.
I'm looking at him.
Oh.
I'm looking at her like I'm looking at tennis match. Right?
Yeah.
And I'll take this big goop of stuff out of my mouth and hack it.
Hey, Ark,
Hack it.
what happened to your titty tattoo?
Talk about my titties.
Are you okay?
I will be.
I mean, I like to. But,
Does anybody regale him with Archon's home?
can I have some tea, please? I don't know what happened past, like, how long has it been? Like, a
It's
month?
been a couple of weeks.
It's been a couple of weeks, yeah. Like, what happened?
My character wasn't.
Who's that
technically
one?
there.
Who's that one?
Oh, so this is another lovely follower of Eleanor.
A new member of your cult.
Excuse you. Religion.
One of your guardians.
I got another one. Yay! I feel special.
To sum it up,
Could you grab that for me?
we found out
Thank you.
Archon's lifelong mate, who was supposed to be dead, not dead, came back, actually then proceeded to exile Sir Archon.
Kind of
And
terrible person.
Actually, right now, aren't we all like, who the heck is this Dragonborn with the Idris here?
No. No, actually, you guys, did you drop your disguise?
I think she would have waited until she got out of the thing, just to kind of keep
Okay.
Well, were we in the carriage? Because she would have dropped it in the
Yeah.
carriage. Then she would have dropped it in the carriage.
Okay. And actually, once you guys get way further away towards the outskirts of the city, it's the same thing. You guys start getting the headache. Then you guys start saying, "I know this person," and then, except for obviously Idris, and then suddenly it's Dastry again, and it's like,
Do I notice them kind of going through those?
yeah,
Do we remember that we didn't remember her?
no,
You just give us headaches.
Yeah, but
Thank you.
it's like literally, it's like you're like, I don't know this person. Maybe I know this person. Migraine, and then nothing. It's Dastry has been with us the whole time.
Actually, it's like that meeting where this isn't a migraine, this is an hour grain.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's kind of late. I don't know exactly the role play that, though. Personally speaking, in regards to like when somebody's forgotten, do you need us to give a more immediate reaction, or like do we have to?
I'll let you know when that becomes that comes into
Okay,
play.
gotcha. Because you've said this several times now, but like I feel like we've just kind of moved past it.
It's
Dastry noticed it. She is a little sad.
sometimes sometimes Dastry is not noticing it, and the thing is, it's so subtle that only he would have been the only one to notice if he could have.
But you can't.
And I'm pointing to Idris.
Okay, gotcha. So putting out like,
Yeah,
extra
yeah.
understanding.
It
'Cause
would've
I
been-
don't want to like keep on meta that like, oh, I knew she's there, even though like my character doesn't know. I just don't know how to play that.
Yeah,
That is
I'll let you know when it comes to a situation where, you have no idea what she is, or you think you know who she is, but you don't. You're not sure.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, Avery. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
You guys also told me that you
No. We'll regale you with what our most recent meeting was and what we
Okay.
learned, which is, they need slaves. The slaves are currently in this place south of Statine.
Where is Statine in relation to Redfern?
So
super southeast.
yeah. So there's remember Boris is way south, and then there's Mobile to the east. Yes, I do. I'll show you the map.
I would love to see.
So Statine's over here.
Okay, where's Redfern at?
Redfern's up here.
Okay.
Big Redfern.
Oh, I can't read.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. You don't have your glasses.
no, where are my glasses? Marching band. Hello.
Okay, so again, Statine is a bit away, but you guys hard riding with mounts instead of the carriage. You guys can get there a couple of days.
Cool. Cool.
So I guess now the idea is, because there's a lot of things that we've also revealed, which I also revealed the whole string of networks that we talked about, realizing that there is some other external component or external actor that we feel is playing games with the politics of hereditary inheritance right now, and we feel that is the core connection between what we've seen and what happened with the orphanage, what happened with like my sister, and what's happening with the people going to the asylum, as well as a whole bunch of other things, and realizing inheritance is a major factor, and who inherits right now is the main idea we're working with.
I.
So As of right now, I think the idea is to go to the party. That's at the end of 10 days, since I now have acquired invitations for us to attend. If we wish to attend, but also there's a gladiatorial match that will be tonight that I've also been privy to. And we should also maybe plan if there's other like infiltration that we want to do, or if we just want to see what this is for the sake of what it is. Or y'all can also, I've also volunteered you as possible people that can partake in the combat and winning of riches and or nice. I don't know. I'll find out.
Thanks.
I suspect it's to the death, though, but actually I think Dasher walked away, so she's not in this conversation. She went off to write something.
Would I know if, like, Aramil's family would be into that? Like, is it an underground
It's
gladiatorial?
very underground.
Okay.
It's
so they probably...
it's underground and illicit as heck. Slavery is very illegal in Endir.
Oh, okay, so the gladiatorial thing is about slavery. Okay.
In the best of bears.
I'm a little slow. Sorry about that. Okay.
Yeah, there are slaves that fight in the arena,
Oh,
and
slaves that fighting. I thought you said that the non-Baron was fighting in the...
oh, he does.
Oh.
He kills slaves for fun.
Oh.
Yeah, they're the worst. Are you catching up?
Shut up, Dasria.
She's not here. She's not saying this. Sorry.
Shut up, Dasria's player.
You know what she's thinking.
I know what you're thinking. Okay, so where is it?
Back at the Baron's estate later tonight.
Okay.
So I've gotten this invitation. If you want to come, you can. If you don't want to come, I guess I was thinking if we want to use this as another opportunity to go look around the palace, if y'all needed to get more information, or I guess when talking to Sakura, was there any other places that you didn't get to that we might also want to check out? Like, these are all variables and or opportunities. The world is our oyster. What do we want to do?
Bagels.
Oh,
Me too. Seafood makes me sick.
We're going to use this off-site facility. Depending on what we find out there and what more I can find out about the missing orphans, I may or may not end up trying to find more about the asylum at that time.
yeah. We can also go in early and just do like a nice little investigation into the place before the end of 10 days and before the party. Maybe do some big salacious scandal.
You know what we're good at.
Yeah. I mean, we've been doing great, y'all. I don't know about y'all. I'm
No.
doing fantastic.
No, everybody still remembers you exist, so.
I'm getting wine and dined. It's been great.
And shot with arrows.
So, theoretically,
Wyvern poison?
Hold on, wait, what?
So when we go to this party, now that you said that you could increase the timeline of your slave delivery, some of us could go as slaves as well, be delivered at the party.
Big boy, your brain scares me at how big it is.
But I thought the slaves are being delivered to the off-site location. They wouldn't want them anywhere near the palace. That'd be bad
He
news.
was wanting them for the party.
No, he was wanting them before the party, but delivered there.
Oh, I misunderstood.
Yeah,
I thought he wanted them at the party.
You know.
No, he doesn't want that business. He keeps that everything on the DL. Which is something else Idris would have thought of, is how does he get them into Redfern? That's also a very interesting. How does this happen?
Yeah. Which I'm going to question him about since we're going to think to
Who to Redford?
the slaves. Even though,
Let's not take them there. Let's take them to Boris.
no.
We don't have slaves.
No, I mean, when we free the slaves, is that not what you're talking about?
That's an opportunity, yes. While we are there, if somebody wants to go covert ops and or a little bit more sneakily go release some slaves, which requires a need for the slaves to be delivered sooner rather than later, that is also chaos we can unfurl. I guess my idea was to make sure that we are going to deliver, I am going to deliver some slaves, maybe some of you beautiful volunteers, to go infiltrate the place down in Statine, and then maybe find out what's in there that they are doing to the people, get back, go to the party, release the scandal to the king, and
We come back with the slaves as proof.
yes,
Any
frame
number of them we
big
can.
old framing, you know. I'm thinking big brains here. What do y'all think?
Honestly, it's a 2-day journey, right?
Correct. There.
If we can screw that place up just about 2 days before the party, he has no time to react. he'll have to either choose to go to the party and announce his nephew as the heir, or go deal with the problem himself.
Hey, Avery. This guy
Sorry.
dressing up as a slave?
I absolutely want to dress up as a slave.
And I think I would be really likely to be like a covert slave because A, I'm blind, and B, dragonborn.
Paladin at that too, right? So I mean, your code's not going to hold up against like, oh, I can't tolerate any slavery, and then you're going to smite them right then and there, are you? No. Cool. Okay. Cool paladin. I want to get real cool.
I will go with the paladin. I want to stick with my people, especially the good people that I just met. I have another guardian. You're now my other best friend. You're my best friends. Love you
So
all.
it sounds like we
I
got a
won't
lot
be
of
a slave.
Huh?
I won't be a slave.
Do you want me to be your right or your left hand?
It's okay. That's okay. You are known as my big man bodyguard, so you are okay. These other ones, we can
Okay,
fix them.
so I just want to get some things clear to make sure we're. So we have a plan for much later in the week to be part of slave delivery.
Well, my vote is that we get there in the next few days, scope it out as much as we can, and then if we decide to do a big strike, wait as long as we can, so that way, A, we can try to keep any word from getting back to the Baron, or B, let it get back to him and let him have to react 6 hours before the party starts.
But we want to be at the party because we want to reveal the
But it's-
slave stuff.
That's what I'm saying. So it like takes us 2 days to get back.
Correct.
Let's wait for like 2.5 days or something to strike. Wait until the very last minute to do it so we can get back as soon as possible. Long before the Baron could ever fix anything or try to fix something. Give him no time to react.
I'm okay. I'm okay with this plan.
It could be 3 or 4 days. I'm just saying, like, if we leave right now, I'd say we scope the town out for a couple days.
Sure. Yeah, I'm going to get some business to go visit. And then it is still we are going to gladiatorial fight tonight. So you can witness these things, and if y'all want to participate, y'all can. Y'all don't have to though. But also, maybe if somebody wants to go investigate where the slaves and how they're brought into the city, because that's also another like piece of evidence we can pin on this bastard.
You could ask my dad to do it. He's a sneaky person.
We need to know how he communicates with you also.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's what we need to figure out.
Could be by bird. If it does, then you can find out pretty quick what's happening.
Another thing,
Before 2 days.
how soon should we leave?
I think we do tonight. Next morning we ride out to Stati.
So, I feel I should be honest about something that I'm intending to do today.
Who are you telling this?
Everybody. If we stay a little longer in town, I can potentially see it through in a different way. I am going to try to deliver a letter to my father without ever coming face to face with him. I believe this is going to circumvent whatever the spell is that's causing them to forget me. If I'm not around physically or otherwise, I can't imagine that me writing a letter is going to erase what I've done. Now, I'm going to keep it as anonymous as possible, but leave a channel open for communication. And depending on the state of my family's estate, they might be able to track it back. I've got some contingency plans, but I could fail, and they could potentially find us. And that could be really bad or not an issue, depending on how well I do it. If we leave town tomorrow, then that should be probably safer, but I also don't have the opportunity to follow that thread. That
So we
makes
can come
sense.
back and Avery's farms will be in play.
No, if we leave, I don't believe there's any way they'll find us. If we leave, they have no way to track it back to me. But if we stay a couple days and give them an opportunity to explain it simply, I am going to tell them to leave a response letter if they wish to keep in contact with me at an abandoned house in town.
Why don't you do the Adventurers Guild?
I don't trust the people there. I would have the Raven pick up any letter they leave, send it invisible to fly away, and then make myself invisible to get away. Theoretically, that should work fine. If we leave before I get any response, I will keep my Raven at the house under orders to retrieve the letter and follow us. Now, I don't think that my father's people could track us that far at that speed, but it's a possibility. My point is, if I leave my Raven to retrieve the letter, it could lead back to us, but it's a risk I'm warning you of, I suppose, all of you. Does any of that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. If you need to do it, because don't live with life with regrets. Got it?
By the way, my goal is to. I don't know if my family knows that the Baron is clearly trying to frame them for an assassination attempt. Hopefully they already know, but if they don't, this is my way of telling them. And I don't know what that spell affects, but at the very least it gives them the chance to be suspicious. And if things go well, maybe they could be backup. Maybe. It's a long shot, but it's all I've got left. My point is, if any of you have a preference for how I handle the retrieval of any response letters, which also may not come, now's the time to speak.
You could potentially deliver your letter using your familiar, right?
The
Well,
issue.
Okay, we're back after a short break. We have some plans in the making. Dastria has something she wants to talk about.
Yeah, did we ever decide? So,
Nobody's opposed to it.
no, well, the question is, do I want to do we want to wait in town a couple days and hope for a potential response, in which that is probably the safer way to get the letters, or do we want to just leave my familiar here to retrieve the letter and potentially lead them to that town with the slaves?
Can we have them deliver it to your mentor, maybe?
No, because I don't want this connected to any of us. It could end very badly. I don't want them to know anything about any of us. This is an anonymous tip.
So either deliver to one of us or not at all.
It's being delivered. She has basically asked them to drop a letter off at a location in which her raven's going to retrieve it. The question is if she is close enough to cast invisibility on her raven to let it get away, or if she's just going to let it follow us like 50 miles. Because she can only cast spells on it within 100 feet. So if she could leave it in town with the specific instructions of grab that letter and follow us, but if whoever potentially might be interested in where that letter is going could follow the raven all the way out of town and all the way to where we're going, we could end up meeting a hostile party, potentially. Or they might not be hostile. It's a bunch of questions.
Could you give them a date to deliver?
No, because I don't know if they will. I don't even know if they'll send a response or not. They may choose not to respond. It's a big question mark.
Sounds like we got a lot of ifs and getting that letter and getting the response we don't know unless we just stay here. So I don't know what to do about it.
And there's also the risk that they might get the guard on you as well.
Yeah, also, letter, we realize, is controlled by the Mongomeers.
That's why I'm telling them not to do. In the letter, I specifically say the post office is not to be trusted. They are to deliver this letter to the location by hand.
It's one thing, it's my opinion, but if you feel...
Would you like to actually read the letter?
I trust you in what you've written, but getting to there and making sure it's not delivered through the Mongomeers.
You also don't read the letter. You actually couldn't read the letter. It's written in Infernal.
Don't insult my intelligence.
Do you know Infernal?
Because I don't read.
Without casting a spell.
Because I don't read doesn't mean I just... Yeah, anyways.
Again, it could be nothing, it could be everything, but if we are leaving in the next day, then...
I think we should.
Okay, then we just let the raven... Specifically, my raven will be under orders, too. If there's stay there, there's a letter dropped off, wait until the person leaves, obviously. Pick the letter up, circle the town... No. 5 times. And then follow us in the direction we're going. Basically attempt to lose them in the town, if there is somebody following. Are those orders I can actually give my familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are you doing the maintain? So you're not doing the go be within 100 feet?
No, it's just I'm giving it orders to. I'm giving it. I can't communicate with it telepathically with 100 feet, but I believe I can give it instructions to do something when I'm not there. But it's kind of a DM call, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it will know vaguely where we're going, so it will know how to. It should know in the direction to find me, basically.
Okay. All right. Well.
And now I've actually got to deliver the original letter.
Oh wait. Hand your letter.
Well, no, we're going to go through how I'm getting it to them?
Yes, I want to know. I want to know this.
Okay, first of all, go to the Tower of Knowledge and hand this in as normal. That letter goes in. Is anybody accompanying her to the Targon estate?
I can help.
You're gonna have to stay a couple blocks back if you do come now. That's what she's asking.
That's fine.
And I'll-
I can disguise myself.
Well, yeah, okay, that is allowed. She's going to disguise herself as basically some random normal human woman that she sees.
I'll disguise myself.
You're coming. Oh God, if you can't be disguised, no. But if you're coming with us, it's nobody should be recognizable. You should probably stay
I'll
back.
stay at the front.
Okay, or a couple blocks back, or a couple blocks back. Either way works.
I'm going because I need to go stop by for this.
But you're gonna come when I'm actually talking to the people.
I'll be outside.
Okay, if you're gonna stay a little bit back, I'm gonna give you my familiar and basically say if the familiar runs from you, it's because I'm in trouble. Which means use your best decision about what to do about that.
Can't promise.
And I'm going to kind of walk in a normal way along the Targana estate and look for a guard that
Make a
looks
perception check.
reasonably isolated. That's what I'm looking for. 15.
The state does not seem to be as heavily defended as it had been.
Okay. So,
Which is peculiar as well.
Things
Yeah.
seem to have definitely calmed down.
actually, in that case, I guess she's probably, I don't know how she would do this, but
How long has that been?
find
It's
a
only
section
been
of
a
fences
couple of days.
unguarded and test to see if the anti-magic shield is still up.
Okay.
Probably just by, like, I don't know, doing some kind of thaumaturgy thing at it and seeing if it dissipates at the wall.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Then I'm going to go find a guard that watch for a guard that looks decently isolated.
Give me a perception check.
Are they walking in twos or ones? 17.
17. You actually see one of a member of the spy network.
Who's fighting?
Do I
The
recognize him?
Targana. Huh?
Do I recognize him?
Give me an intelligence check.
No. That's that's actually a 10. It's not terrible. I rolled a 4.
Maybe.
I would not want to approach him. I'm looking for a guard that visually looks like they might be dumber than the others. And who isn't within obvious sight of someone else.
This is the only guy.
Damn it. Hate you. Okay, then I guess is he watching me?
No, not at the moment. He seems to be over by you're as you're walking by. You saw this guy by himself off to the side, where you have to go down that long road along that not so abandoned, but the one that goes to the carriage house.
Okay, so very much just like this.
And he seems to be writing a report.
Oh, okay, so he doesn't actually look like he's necessarily patrolling.
Correct.
Okay, in which case, then we're going to see how this freaking goes. There's so many questions here. I am going to get within 30 feet of him, hopefully up behind him and cast suggestion.
Okay. What's the wisdom save?
It's, I believe, yes, wisdom saving throw. Please roll bad, I'm begging you.
And what's the state DC?
Shit, is it 4? I think it's actually 15. I might need to update my... No, it's 14. It is 14.
Okay. What do you suggest?
I hate that reaction.
Mm-hmm.
I would like for you to take this letter and deliver it to, what did I name him? Mordai, I believe. Mordai, not Targana. In good time, but no rush.
He looks at you, nods, and walks away.
Okay, hand him the letter. Do I get my inspiration coins since it's an infernal?
Yes, you did.
Yay.
For those at home, she found the infernal script online and wrote the entire letter in infernal. Thankfully, she also included the translation for me.
I'm also, I'm going to back off, but watch and see how he reacts as he goes back on the grounds. Because if he obviously, I'm aware that I'm not sure if suggestion will work in combination with whatever the crystal's doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm waiting to see if basically until he goes out of sight, to see if he potentially turns around like he's forgotten the instructions or not.
He doesn't seem to have. He walked straight into the house.
Then I wait until he's fully out of sight, and then I grab Avery and say, let's go! Let's get out of here!
Funny,
Go!
The one character who might have a clue about that is the one who's away right now.
Well, no, I know it's making them forget her, but the question is, suggestion is I tell you to do something. But my question is, if you forget the person that asked you to do something, does the spell still apply? And that is the question I don't know the
I
answer
don't
to.
think they just have a suggestion to deliver this to someone, and so that stays whether they
But
know
it
you
was
or
a
not.
random call. When I asked him about it, his response was, you don't know. So, we're playing that game.
I'll never tell.
And so, just to be clear, I assume at some point she would have... I said in the letter that she attached a location. That location would not have been her mentor's house. It would have been maybe somewhere near it, but like just any house that she found that she could reasonably assume was abandoned. And the instructions were
not that part of town.
well, then somewhere else, anywhere in town where there would have been an abandoned house. I could have said she went and scouted a place before this, but
Give me an investigation check.
fair enough. That's actually pretty good. 21.
You find a abandoned place in the seedier part of town.
Okay, in the letter then it would have been like she would have asked them to leave it like next to the stoop at the house, not in the mailbox, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Someplace where it's not, don't put it under something, put it next to something because she doesn't want the raven to have to try to move a rock.
Gotcha.
Like, so it's a hidden between like two boards next to the house or something.
Okay.
Okay, that should be it. That should be it. We're done, I think. Goes back to the farm.
Okay. Anything anybody else doing while Daphne is doing this?
How long did that take?
That would have taken a couple of hours.
A couple of hours. Okay. So I think just go around. I essentially just walk around town to see if I can find just another general look for the orphans.
Give me an investigation check.
I'm also disguised as a random.
Were
You
you
go
going out with
with her
her?
and I'll help.
So you get advantage on that roll.
Would I be with you in this case? Or just directly out?
No, I'm
Guess
doing
I
this
won't.
while you're out there because.
Oh, you said you had gone with me and been disguised. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, like if you have to wait like some random corner for how many hours it took you to do that, so I'm gonna walk around the nearby area, not go too far, but
Gotcha.
highest was a 4.
Find absolutely no evidence of this. In fact, people remember there being some survivors immediately after the fire, but it was a long time ago, and you're in the upper part of town. Remember, it was 3 months after you had been captured.
So it's been about 4.
No, let's see, 6. Let's see, 10. So it's been 12 weeks now. So hold on. It's been a total of 10 months since you guys were captured. You guys spent a lot of time, like, what are you doing this week? Do you have any plans this week? What are you guys doing? I'm doing this, I'm doing this. And then travel time with the whole incident with dealing with Archon,
Okay.
All that stuff.
Okay. Are there any like weapons or armored places in the uppity part of town, or would that be like the middle?
No, there's nicer places in town. You're gonna end up paying a slight premium on the job, more for aesthetics than anything else.
Not worth it then. I'll go back and wait for her.
Okay.
I'm not gonna send my familiar to camp that location out until the next morning.
Okay.
Oh wait, also we're still doing something that night, aren't we?
Yes.
Actually, in that case, she hasn't done the Raven out yet. She's got it with her. I'll do that later.
Okay. All right. What are you guys doing?
Idris. For once, you're the boss.
Do we also get our long rest in so we don't get?
Oh yeah. You guys go. You guys get your. Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing right
For
now.
tonight?
Yes,
We sleep in the afternoon then, or?
It's not till late. It's really late.
Okay, so I do get my suggestion spell back.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Everybody can take that long rest, and everybody should be level 4.
Can any of you wizard types do identify to see what this dagger's about?
Dagger?
Do you already have like I don't know.
I can cast it ritually.
Okay, what other stuff you take? 'Cause I just want to know what else it is.
Oh,
Because I don't want to take suggestions if people already got it.
so those are all my spells. The last 2 on the second level sheet are like at this level, and I don't want to say it out loud because they're cool and I want to save it. But yeah, those are all the spells I have.
Tarlin comes to you,
Tarlin?
Yasria.
Oh god.
Tarlin comes to you and says, "I think I figured it out."
There's a lot of things going on. What did you figure out?
The
Point at the
crystals.
general.
The crystals.
What?
I think magic can destroy them.
How? Like what kind? What do you mean that? What?
Anything that can do magical damage whether it's a magical weapon or magic spell that can do damage, should be able to destroy this crystal, or at least damage enough to stop its function.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know when we're going to get an opportunity to do that, and at the very least, that's good to know if there happens to be one at the party at the king's place, which, God, I hope not. I hope it doesn't get that far. But thank you. That's...
I suspicion there may be one in Archon's. Just people in the direction they're going right now.
It could be, At this point, everything's connected.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything before the party night other than taking a long rest? You guys have about 3 hours of time you can spend doing whatever.
I think functionally that's just probably Dassery figuring out the 2 new spells she's got.
Okay. Okay.
Does your missing patch of skin doesn't look effective?
No.
No. Okay.
No. Activate.
What was in your mouth that you packed on your deck? Do I want to know?
Could.
Ever seen the movie Gladiator?
Oh, I see it.
Remember packs that stuff you chew up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a medicinal plant.
He's got a healing spell. He's got it covered.
Well, I'm trying to help.
Not a healing pool in hands.
Yeah, but he's got a handle on himself.
Okay. Anything anybody else got?
So,
Yeah, but I'm not going to announce it until the morning.
Okay.
yeah, what
Till the
about that-
morning or till the thing we're doing tonight?
Till the morning.
Did somebody investigate that dagger?
The what?
We're doing something tonight. This is going to be.
She wanted you to identify.
Oh yeah, no. I sorry. I also would have done that.
The dagger.
That would have been. I've
Okay.
ritually cast identify.
Yes.
This could probably undoubtedly tool like this, but it's from my inventory. It's currency. I spawned with nothing. I was just wondering about that.
We'll say you had 400 gold on you.
Okay.
That reminds me. I don't know if I forgot to spend the gold on my sheet, but did we get gold from anywhere other than the tomb?
Nope. We've been pretty freaking poor.
Then I feel like I just forgot to take it off my sheet because I've got 122 gold and I feel like I spent every cent of it.
Oh, we got the 2 scrolls of invisibility.
I still have a lot of my money.
Well, the thing is, I spent all of mine on spells that I got, and then I know somebody bought me a Misty Step spell, and then you bought an invisibility spell. So I think I don't have this money.
I don't think you do either. You said you spent everything.
I think
Well,
you also
so the
got
thing
you
is, I've
some
got-
fancy clothes, too.
Yeah, well, I think I've got 122, and I think it's reasonable to assume I still have the 22 gold, because that wouldn't have bought me a spell.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my guess. Oh, I have a platinum piece, apparently. That I didn't spend.
Is there any place in town I can buy healing potions?
Yes. There's an apothecary now.
Where? Like where?
In the
Upper?
not upper. It's in the middle class area.
Well, someone come with me to go to the apothecary real fast.
I'll go with you. I don't know where that is since I deal in herbalism. I might have been by there before.
Yeah, you've been buying it a couple times.
How many healing potions they got?
How many are you buying?
How many can you afford?
For those at home, Avery's player loves to be the
Healing potion order!
yeah
They're 50 gold?
50 gold apiece.
Actually, with herbalism, I can probably make some healing potions.
I'm a little slow. I'll get 4, and I'll cost them 2 million.
Okay.
I can't get as many as I normally do, but it's better than what I had before.
Okay.
I have at a total of 5.
I'll cover those for
I already have them. I
I'll
got
cover those for you.
You have to look to vote servant. Let them help you.
Okay.
I want your help, but thank you.
So it comes to then if there's nothing else, it comes to the evening. You guys, how are you guys dressing?
Not as fancy. I think more in discreet garbs and things like that. I don't want to exactly draw attention. I'm sorry, big boy. I don't think we're going to bring the flame carriage down to the estate.
Killing his dreams.
Yes.
For my doppelganger abilities, that just changes my physical form. It would change my clothes as well.
Correct. It would not change your clothes.
Okay.
It's just your physical. It's just your physical.
Okay. I'm going to.
No, not doppelganger. Changeling.
Changeling, sorry. Doppelganger, your doppelganger trait.
Sure.
Is what I mean. So, remember those clothes I got when I was at Ariel's house? His little brother's clothes. I took a few sets. I'm going to rough up one of them.
Okay.
And then I'm going to. You said that they were a little big on me anyway.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I'm essentially going to I'm going to turn myself to fit into those clothes and look like a, I don't know, like a younger looking, a young dude. A young, scruffier dude.
Younger than you?
No, like young adult, like early 20s.
Okay.
So scruffier.
An old guy compared to you.
I'm
to
not
Avery.
asking you to ask you. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, you're not there.
Actually, at this point, everybody, I'm going to call it everybody's a year older. So make sure you mark that.
I don't think I ever figured out what her exact age was. I knew where it was.
Figure it out and make sure you mark that you're a year older. You already said you were 16, didn't you, Avery?
Yeah, I'm 17.
You're 17 now.
I knew that.
I had my birthday when so-called features started happening.
Yeah, we know.
Scary.
Okay.
So, Idris, what is the role we're all playing here? Or am I going to be a blind dragonborn again?
I mean,
Not that they'll remember.
It's gonna be awkward. I mean, the Knob Baron had conversation with you, so it's probably safe to maybe do that again. Just saying. I just want to make sure. Do y'all want to get in a fight, or do y'all not want to get into a fight? Because I can totally sway the conversation either way.
I'd rather not. I'd rather be a
Remind me what we're doing. I got a blank for what tonight is.
Tonight is gladiatorial night at the Baron's house. We're going to see the first instances of what we believe to be slaves in the capital where there should be no slaves. So it's something like, it would be nice as the main entertainment. I will obviously be the guest of importance. Lo and behold, what else to do? And that while I am focusing the Baron and or the non-Baron's attention, y'all might want to look around and see if y'all can find, without drawing too much attention, so don't cause a scene. If somebody confronts you, back away. Be very, very non-confrontational. And sorry, Archon, I need you protecting me at all sides. So
Yeah, I figured I'd be just sticking to your hip.
if
You know where you go. Yep.
appreciate you.
Yep.
I don't want to watch this unless I can be a non-to-the-death combatant.
right, like
This is completely to the death.
Yeah.
People are dying.
Yeah. So if you don't want to be there and don't feel like you can hold yourself back, I recommend not going.
Yeah, so much of people I recognize in there is probably not good for me to go.
So who all's going, who all's staying?
I'll go.
I'll go with you.
I'll go as essentially a bodyguard of yours.
Here's the good news. At least with me, if I have my raven on my shoulder,
Just-
I can
I'll go
see through its eyes. It'll be a little awkward because I'll be seeing from here.
Okay,
Well,
Sakura,
no,
I need to know what you're doing while they're at this. It's going to be at least a couple hours.
Oh. Can you send me info on the dagger she identified?
Oh, it's a +1 dagger of returning.
I mean, also, if you want, you've got the invisibility scroll still. If you want to see if that letter ever shows up, you're welcome to hang out there.
Yeah. I'll be doing the whole. I said I was going to wait till morning to do this.
Okay.
It's not a big deal.
Where did you get the dagger from?
Just. That's.
Still looking something to do.
Also, give me a medicine check, Sakura.
Okay.
I'm alive.
You want to make sure you're very, very careful with that blade. It's coated in a poison. You can't figure out which poison it is, but it's definitely a poison blade.
What do daggers of returning do?
You throw it, and after you throw it, and whether it hits or misses, it reappears in your hand,
Magical boomerang.
or on your person if you're incapacitated.
magical boomerang.
Sort of.
Magical
Similar
boomerang
to
that won't
the
hurt you.
poison, I guess, that we collected.
You can't tell. Okay.
I appreciate that. He got the nicest dagger, and you're the one with the dagger.
I know, I'm a little jealous, but I'm okay.
Well, jealous.
What are you
For the
carrying?
sexy dagger.
What are you taking with? What are you guys taking with you in this place? I know Archon killed Big Axe.
I don't know.
Not. I'm assuming you're leaving the grate at home. Okay.
Book and wand, but the book is again disguised as a holy book of Falanora's.
Gotcha.
Yes.
As it should be.
Avery.
Would I be able to come my armor? Idris?
The way you were
Sorry,
dressed, the
body
way you were
gear.
dressing
Huh?
in more noble gear, you would not. Dasper would have probably given you an idea if you're trying to go as a noble house miner or something of that nature. If you're, because you're wearing like noble's clothing.
No, I roughed
Seems
that
going to
up.
be another.
Okay,
I
it's
don't
still
know.
noble's clothing, just roughed up.
It's gross now. Okay.
Oh,
want
it's
a
gross
bar?
now.
It's like I drug that through the mud. I cut
Oh,
holes
okay,
in it,
okay,
tore
okay.
it up. Like it's rough.
Dassery has got a peasant dress if you need to wear it.
I'm not wearing a dress. I'm a dude.
Okay, fair enough.
Thank you very much. My name is Darren. Thank you.
There's something.
Oh, you're
What was that, Idris?
Just something indiscreet. Just that you're not going to be.
Avery.
Avery, you're not going to be dressed in fancy. You're just going to be
Yeah.
kind of looking like one of the motley crew.
So would I be able to wear armor now?
We got away with wearing armor, and we were also able to take our weapons because they realized we have
Yeah.
a rapport that, I saved this guy's life. They give me some skin to.
Okay. I'm going to be wearing my armor then. All my daggers. Would I be able to hide my potion?
You would have, how many potions do you have?
I have 5 of them.
You can get them all right.
You could probably bring in 2.
Alright, I can live with that. I'll bring in 2 and then, so you said my holy symbol of Falnora. What was it? Like, what was it
It's your-
attached to?
It's your book.
Oh, it's the book. Okay, I thought I had a pendant. Okay.
No, you don't have any.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I meant to get one made. How big is the book? I'm just curious.
Her book.
Okay.
That's
She
it.
thick.
Not super thick, but
A bigger book.
Yeah.
I'll attach it to my side then.
okay.
I'll bring it.
I would also like to tell the group Dassery has learned a new spell that is probably very important that you guys know about it. It's a cantrip called Message. You know what that is, yeah.
Dude.
So at the very least, she can keep up communication between you guys.
I can do that as well.
Nice. Same. So at the very the good news is it's respond back, so you and I can kind of act as message hubs as much as we can.
Yes, but if it is, in between a foot of stones, 3 feet of wood, have to be 120 feet. So that's the other thing to keep in mind.
Yeah, but the thing is, we should all be in the same room. It should only be through crowds. It's not like infallible, but it's very useful in this situation. I think it's only when we whisper it, only the person that hears it can hear it. Nobody else can. That's a very important note.
I know how to make smoke.
Huh?
I know how to make smoke.
I don't think any of us.
Wow.
I don't think any of us can read them
We
though.
need it.
You're above our intelligence level. We can't read smoke signals.
I can
No
drink.
smoke, no smoke pipes
Okay,
in the
big
eyes?
guy. Is this okay that we go do this work? I know I kind of call you big guy. I know I say mean things to you, but
Well,
you do
I am
understand.
big.
He
You
is
are
very
big.
large.
I say nothing but true facts then. But is this okay that we follow this line of work, even though it's not directly related to your plan?
Oh, I told you I'm here to help you guys out. You help me out. I'm here to help you out.
He extends his hand out to shake.
For those of you at home, there's an awkward fist bump, handshake, weird claw clasping thing going on.
They're holding hands. They're using thumbs and caressing.
I'm not going to stab myself.
Head bump.
Oh my god, please.
We hear a large crack.
I want to know how much damage that did.
All right.
After the debacle with the cutting of the knife before.
All right.
Unarmed attack, 7 damage.
Temporary damage.
All right.
Please, I want him to knock you out on accident.
So you guys end up heading to the Baron's estate. As you guys get in, the guards lead you into the house, and you notice that there are a number of people, several houses minor. that are represented there, and the Airmills family is not. The Mavicius are not represented.
That's good. I was getting worried.
But
Like, my sugar
all-
mama.
But
No.
all allies of the Mogamir household.
I would like to know if I recognize it.
History. With
Okay,
advantage.
please. Okay, thank you. I said, please don't screw this up because this is something she would totally know. Oh, thank God there was advantage. One of those was in that one. Where the hell is history? 21.
Yes, all allies of the Mogamirs, except for one, a cousin of Felicity.
So, I don't know if it's. I would like to, as discreetly as possible, open up my prayer book with the wizard quill and.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Okay. 21. But so what she's actually writing is, it's probably going to be in Draconic, I'd say, because she is Draconic, and she's not writing names; she's writing down letters. So like I don't know if she'll remember it later, but she's trying to make note of like if the Marlis family is there, there's an M. If there's the Buffa family, it's a B. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How much do we need to reckon? Because I did want to go talk to Felicity.
Also, her eyes are covered.
Okay.
I did ask to go talk
Yeah.
to Felicity. I was gonna basically say I had to go away on business. If she could have the boat ready for me in Stettin, I would have.
Satine doesn't have a port.
Oh, it does, and this is a location that.
Yeah. Best I could do is have a boat in Rib ready for you. That's the only real port city.
Okay. I'll tell her that I expect us to go on a very lavish trip around the coastline of there.
For your honeymoon.
For a honeymoon. We'll say.
No, marriage isn't quite there.
No, we haven't married, but like I would like to show her some of my sites and places to be around like in 10 days, so after the major party.
Okay.
The pre-honeymoon.
I was about to say, you got
Engagement
A
party.
chaperoned trip.
Oh, who else was coming? The mom?
In essence.
Oh, Mom is coming. She is chaperoning.
Yeah, sorry, shit. Yeah, that's right.
DM,
Yes.
Do you intend to
we are
meet with this woman?
Hold on. No, you weren't there for the conversation. So.
Oh, God.
No, actually, I'm right on his hip.
Yeah, like,
That's
right
my
together.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you intend to mate with this woman?
Well, all right, I'll be more subtle.
You should wait to say that until he's
No! What is the hell?
Give me a sleight of hand check
I'm
at disadvantage.
not trying to hide it. I'm just.
Oh, hold on. I gotta see if Felicity knows. Nat 1. She's enamored with she's completely enamored with.
Oh, well, when I see that, I'll be like,
Idris.
When I see him, I'll be like,
Okay. What was that, Jasper?
So I was just wanted to clarify that when we are at this, whatever this night party is thing with the Baron's people, she is back disguised again as the blind dragonborn, but she's got the raven on her shoulder and she's channeling the sight through its eyes. That is my justification for how she can see the other people there.
Okay, that's fine.
I imagine it makes her a little dizzy to be like a half a foot away from where her eyes actually are.
Third person.
Yeah, you know, you're a wizard. You're used to seeing strangely through your raven, so
But not usually walking
not
with the
walking
raven
With the raven, that's right.
Wait, where's the raven on you?
on her shoulder.
On the
She
shoulder.
can see through its eyes, but she's pretending to be blindfolded.
The crystal is still there, still glowing. The
Love
Baron
that.
and the Non-Baron come out from the balcony above, and they say, "Welcome, friends and guests." And they come down one of the two large large spiral staircases. If you would please into my office, and you see everybody filing into the Baron's office.
How many people? How big is the office?
The office is 40 by 40.
Oh.
How many people are here?
Easily 50 to 100.
yeah, I'm imagining it's like a old colonial, British colonial like hunting lodge or something like that. Massive.
Yeah, it's massive. There's like shelves of books. It's easily 40-foot ceilings.
He
And
wants all of us crammed into that room. Is that what he's saying?
yeah, he's leading everybody into there, and you see him go to the southeast corner and press a stone into the wall, and a staircase, a spiral staircase, literally rises, and you see it goes through a spot in the ceiling, and it goes, and you see The stairs go up and the stairs go down.
I'm not going all the way in the office. I like the idea of being crammed in there, right up next to people. I kind of hang back a little bit.
I'll stay with Archon.
Okay.
I'm not going to hold. I'm not going to like reach out. Can I grab your shoulder? Okay.
I don't realize I'm a big guy, so
I'm as everybody's filing out, trying to figure out how many people are going down there. Like, is it everyone, or are there a bunch of guards remaining?
Oh, there's a bunch of guards. In fact, you see two, at least the livery on them is Targana, but they seem to be sergeants.
What do you mean by sergeants?
As in they're mid-ranking soldiers in the Targana household.
And there's no one I recognize?
No. But they're wearing Targana livery.
Okay, so I think we're going to let the main crowd go in, and then we'll follow in behind.
Okay. As you guys go down, you see a tape. It's a 10-foot wide hallway, and there is a table there with several Mogumir guards, and they're telling people that they need to check their weapons. No exceptions. And there's a room there, and they take your name, and they have tags that they put everything, and there's weapon racks immediately to the room to your right.
I explained to them that my party might be joining in the festivities, so do they still need to check in their weapons if they might be joining later?
Joining? As in the pit?
Do they need to do that now, or what?
Not to discuss this with Lord Mogumir. And
I also should mention, name's Monte de Cristo. Should probably mention that we've had some dealings where I needed protection, and these people have been necessary to keep me alive. Since I have taken an arrow for the Baron himself.
no, it was you. Very good. Let me run this by the Nalbaron then.
So is he the only one who's like in line of sight right now of the weapons?
No, there's like 6 guards.
Yeah, they're all in the table.
Okay. Can I try and sleight of hand?
Well, hold on, Jack.
Go ahead, roll that sleight of hand.
Hold on. I have good sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand, my great.
As long as
Much cheap.
1.
Can I try to sleight of hand Estelle? I'd like to try to cast message.
Okay.
So yeah, sleight of hand, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think all I have to do is point a finger at somebody, though, based on what I can tell, right?
Does it have verbal components?
Well, the thing is, it says specifically that whatever I am saying is only heard by the person receiving it. So it may look like I'm whispering to
Is it
myself.
message? Because it does not have verbal components.
There.
It's somatic and material.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, so there you go. I know it says I have to point a finger at whoever I'm trying to go to. So
You're just kind of subtly trying to.
yeah.
Your spell doesn't go off.
I don't like winter right now. That's what he was hiding from us. All right, never mind.
7.
7.
As you're trying to put it away, they're like, "Oh, I'll take that."
Okay, that's fine.
Darren.
Yep.
Okay.
That can be very.
Okay. It starts taking things, anything that looks lethal, and putting it on racks.
I'm going to get back to work.
Oh, it did, and he said the message says, "My apologies. I have to insist on these rules."
Fine, okay. Well, they won't be fighting then. They won't be fighting then.
Okay.
So,
It says if they'd like to be part of the festivities, then a weapon will be returned and fetched. But as this is your first time, especially, it has to insist the rules be followed. Okay, you guys get to the end of the hallway. There is a door marked "No Entry" on the right. It's double door marked "No Entry." The Nalbaron is kind of standing in the corner, like the corner of the doorway, like this. On it, just meet and greet, just being kind of cocksure as he is of himself. And the Baron opens up another door another secret door at the end, opening up and says everybody that seats are ready and refreshments will be provided, and that you are more than welcome to find seats.
Can you explain that one more time? There's a door that says no entry, and then
There's a door to the right that says no entry, right? It's a set of double
No,
doors.
okay, sorry, explain this again, where there's a secret door inside the office.
He pressed the button, and a large, like 10-foot wide spiral staircase, stone spiral staircase, goes up to somewhere in the roof that opens, and it reveals that it goes all the way down to the basement, a basement level.
Does it look like it goes anywhere when it goes up, or is it?
Yes, you can see as you look into the spiral staircase, you can see like starlight and stuff. And it goes. I mean, you can't see starlight, but you get the idea that it's open up top.
Gotcha.
And from the outside, you do see there is a parapet up there, right? So, and then it goes down as well. You go down, and as you go down, there's a archway to your right, and there's a table before that, where the guards are taking weapons and things from people as they come through. They are checked, they're frisked for weapons and things like that, and they're passed on through. It's a 10-foot wide hallway. As you get to the end of the hallway, there's a set of double doors that says no entry. The Knob Baron is standing in front of it, just greeting people, saying hi to people he knows, making small talk jokes. And the Baron at the very end of the hallway has pressed a stone and opened another secret door that goes into a hallway that goes to your right. It's 15 feet wide, and that is 45 feet long, and it opens up to this much larger room that has got a 10-foot deep pit in it. And you see there's sand at the bottom and an open archway that you're not sure where that goes to. There's lavish seating all the way around it, and where you guys can take your seats. There is a door to the southeast of that room.
Is I kind of want. So there's a big crowd of us going through the
Yes.
doors. Knob Baron is to the right.
Yes.
So we're walking up to the doors, and I'm gonna start angling my way over to where I'm on the edge of the crowd and headed towards the Knob Baron.
Okay.
And when I get almost right up to him, I'm gonna turn like I'm gonna say something to Idris. I'm gonna try to stomp on the Knob Baron's foot.
Amazing.
Make an unarmed attack.
I rolled a 14. I just rolled a d20, so I rolled a 14. I didn't know what you want me to do.
Unarmed
So I
attack.
wanted to make this look like an accident, like I wasn't thinking.
Okay, well, before you do that, make a sleight of hand check.
Okay, well, 14 plus. So, let's do 16.
Okay.
And
Starts lots more than two.
so that was sleight of hand. And my attack was a natural 15, so 22.
As you go to stomp on his foot.
No, I mean, not stomp. I'm not,
Like,
you know,
yeah.
you know what I mean? 300 pounds coming down on his foot.
He sees you out of the corner of the eye last second. His foot slides right out of the way.
Okay.
And he looks at you and goes,
I'm looking away from him.
oh yeah.
I'm just going to keep walking towards the word. So.
But I look at him
You notice he's eyeing him. He's eyeing him.
like eyeing as in like, do I
Like-
see an evil intent behind his eye?
Yes. Very.
I don't even look at him when I'm going by.
Mm-hmm.
But I see all this transpire.
Yeah.
Okay. I give him the look of like,
For those of you at home, it was a what the heck are you doing kind of look. How dare you?
so. All right.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if this is while this is happening or along the same lines. We never established whether or not someone was leading me, so I'm actually running under the assumption that she's walking freely and kind of feeling along the walls like she is blind. She's using the Raven to see. I want her to kind of walk along the wall, feeling it, where the no entry sign is, and see if she can, like, feel it and maybe try to slip into it like she's lost. You understand what I'm trying to say? I don't know if anyone's actually watching her or not, but she kind of wants to either A, see how they react to her accidentally slipping in there.
As you approach, the Knob Baron is in that doorway. He goes, oh, hey there.
Oh, God, this guy again.
Let me show you to your seat.
I think there's definitely a moment where she, like, reaches out to touch him and, like, kind of hits him a little hard in the face.
Sleight of hand check first.
Boop him! Angry boop!
think we should.
Nat 20! Nat 20!
Next, unarmed attack.
I'm not actually trying to injure him, because I don't think it'd be reasonable to be like...
I need, so
Okay, what do I
you
roll?
did it on the slide, but I need to,
It's not rolled, it's already set.
Nat 19!
I think we should all run in Knob Baron.
What am I adding to that? Like, just your...
your dex or strength, whichever is higher.
So that's a 21 to hit?
I'm glad I'm not there.
And he pushes back. He goes, easy, easy. Yes, I'm right here. Here, let me guide you. His hand goes around your waist, and it is a rather firm grip. And the other one goes to your bicep.
Don't like that.
You are not sure you could get out of that grasp.
Probably not. Her strength is 10. She
Yes.
goes along with it.
And he's like, let me show you to your seat. And he's passed you off to a guard and says, please make sure she has a front row seat.
She does try to pass up the whole. Oh, thank you for, guiding me. I'm so happy that you've assisted me.
And you hear him go, and you hear him just she line my tail.
Can I hear that? I assume.
Yeah.
Idris went. Why does he want to have a front row seat? She's blind.
By the way, can I have what was the order of that? Was it the stomping and then this?
Stomping, then you.
Okay.
Who's next?
You guys get down to the bottom, or out into the thing. You guys, I'm assuming, all file into seats.
Next to each other.
Okay. She is taken away from you guys and put up front.
Can we see it?
I took notice of this, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, you can see her.
Okay.
She's actually sitting a few seats from the Baron himself.
Can I make I don't know what kind of check this would be, but I kind of want to. I assume I have some vague idea of how often the forgetful thing happens. But wait, he remembered me just now, didn't he? Was that what I got from the impression from that? Didn't he make a comment like it was me? Because he flirted with me before and then forgot me immediately.
We flirted with you again.
But that's what he seemed to have.
He said hello. There you are.
That's
Give me an insight check.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if I remember what the timeline is for that. 13.
Seemed like he was just generally hitting on you.
Okay, cool. So apparently he's into dragon horns.
Oh, yeah.
The blind
He's all yours.
The blind.
Anyways,
Ugh.
But yeah,
It's a weird
I look.
kink.
I make contact.
everybody make
back on
wisdom saving throws.
Not me, I assume. Ooh. Right, not me.
it.
14.
You forget yourself.
You said wisdom?
Who
Yep.
am I?
10.
Okay.
I haven't forgot myself.
What did you get?
14.
You guys have no idea who she is.
Pretty dragon
You?
You don't even see me, I don't think.
I know.
Why is it only me?
No, she's
Why
like
is it
3
only
rows
me
in
that
front of
remembers
you.
you?
Because apparently I'm your sister
So
now.
we don't take
Don't
notice
even-
at this point. Is the way I would
Right.
play that.
We don't even know she's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's not even with the group anymore.
Right.
No.
That's just not great.
Okay. You see the Gnaw Baron. You guys see the Gnaw Baron walking back along the south wall and go through a door on the far southeast side. And as he's walking, you see him starting to unbutton his clothes. It
He's
looks like
getting naked.
looks like he's getting ready for something.
Archon. Show me.
Next, you see there's all sorts of weapons and there's detritus all over the sandy floor of the bottom of the arena. And the first thing you see coming through is the Gnaw Baron, and everybody starts to cheer. And you see him wielding 2 daggers, and he's wearing a glove on each hand. He's wearing a red and a blue glove, and he's wielding 2 daggers. And he goes up and he crosses his arms like this in front of the Baron, and he says, "Baron, I dedicate this fight and this win to you." People are cheering.
Well, one of the daggers mine. Or are they like,
No, there is no. They're very long, very slender.
Did you remember to bring ammo with you?
I got mine.
Okay. Immediately afterwards, you see, and Winter is back.
I'm glad he's back. Does Winter remember me?
Hold
Please.
on, we wait for Winter to load.
So you were the only one to pass, right?
Hey, Winter.
Hello, I'm back.
I'm assuming you went with the party to the underground gladiatorial combat arena.
Sacker's the only one that didn't.
Probably. Why am I scared now?
No, I'm just making sure you're there. I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Please don't do badly.
It's that time.
I'm making enemies. I made an enemy and then everyone else forgot me.
I remember.
Don't make that face at me.
Look, I was the only one who noticed what happened.
Yeah.
No, you. Whenever this whole mind wipe thing is, you don't take any notice of this. My understanding.
Yeah.
I think.
What'd
I
you
don't
get?
notice the.
What'd you get, Winter?
Oh, okay.
Is this for that one thing?
Yep.
The ones
Can
that
I have advantage? Since I've
No.
identified what's causing it?
No.
and then refuse to share.
No.
Penny.
How bad?
It's a 3.
It's
Okay.
gone.
It could have been worse.
You deserve that.
Wow.
Hey, why?
So you're sitting with the rest of the party. Dasher is actually sitting like 3 rows in front of you, but of course
You don't care.
you don't notice who this person is. It's whatever. In any case, this person comes in. They look very wild in the eyes, and he's holding up a dagger himself, and he's got a small buckler as like his only protection. The Knob Aaron himself is wearing literally like a loincloth and is oiled up, as is this guy. He's not oiled, and he has
It's an unfair fight. He's not oiled. He's not lubed up.
this one dagger and a buckler.
What is a buckler again?
It's a small shield that's about maybe a foot across.
Oh, is it
It's usually held in my hand.
Oh, I thought.
No, a buckler is
It's a hell thing.
it's a hell thing. Yes.
Just the Knob Aaron say, I will kill him.
Doesn't say anything yet.
He's lubed up. It's suspicious. I
He
don't
goes-
like this.
As he's he turns and they literally put the dagger in their arm to their chest like this, and they come at each other fighting. The fight isn't even close. This guy, he's got a wild look in his eyes. He's fighting extremely recklessly. Not recklessly like raging recklessly as if... Give me a medicine check, everyone.
Can I ask another question too?
Yes.
Whatever caused me to not be able to cast the message spell, would it have dropped my disguise spell? That's not a concentration spell. But would it have dropped it?
Give me a perception check.
I'm gonna do the perception first. That is super cocked. So that's a nat 19. So 20. Not
Yeah, you do notice it dropped.
Oh, good God. Oh no. Okay.
But,
That's a nat 1 on the medicine check.
I had medicine and none with medicine.
21.
14.
Okay.
Oh, you're not there.
No, 23.
Winter.
23. Winter, what did you get on your medicine check?
3.
Wow. Okay.
Winter, rolling great tonight.
Melt down your dice.
Who got a 16 or better on the medicine check? Okay. You guys notice this guy is obviously under the effects of some kind of drug or poison or something. And he's just fighting recklessly. And you notice every, and he's not using the point of the blade to get this guy. He's making small cuts. And every time he cuts it, the guy gets a little more sluggish. His eyes start getting lidded. He's swaying more. And as he's swinging slower. And you notice the Knob Aaron ducking easily underneath, cutting him again over and over. Yes, Avery.
Which dagger, red or blue? Red hair or blue hair? Or is he using both?
Blue.
I knew it. There was something with the gloves. This is suspicious. This is suspicious.
Okay, we're going to take a short break. We'll see you after these messages.
Picture this. You and your partner have been seeing each other for a few weeks now. Everything's going fabulously. Your families are matched and standing. You're under the age of 25 and it's time to settle down. Until now, you've dodged meeting your partner's family. You know of them, of course. A good family with a proud lineage. But you avoided that awkward introduction dinner. Until tonight. It's Saturday and your carriage makes its slow trek down to the estate, but then terror strikes you. A gift! How could you forget? As late as it is, so few places will be open. How can you avoid embarrassing yourself and ruining your chance at the best match in town? If you don't impress their parents, everything will be ruined. You slide the curtains aside to hail the coachman and you see it. The carriage shudders to a halt just as you leap out towards the store across the street, still open, despite the late hour. A bottle of your finest Cabernet Sauvignon, you call the shopkeeper. To your delight, he reveals a bottle, the perfect wine for such an occasion. Hellfire, a new blend from the master vintners of the Targana Vineyards. Wine to make you feel as chic as any duchess. Hellfire, imbibe responsibly.
And we're back from our break. We were just witnessing the fight between the Knob Aaron and this poor hapless person. Give me a perception check, Dastria.
By the way, I'd like to say that when she figured it out, she probably took the blindfold off,
Got you.
as well as actually she's going to send her raven to Archon.
Okay.
Because she doesn't really need it when it's...
Archon, there's a raven sitting on your shoulder.
No idea where it came from. So he said
The
perception?
raven, you just don't know that that's true.
Right, exactly.
You're like, hey, raven!
Hey, bird.
But
Bird.
You said perception?
Yep.
5.
Okay.
how should he handle that though?
Also, she is shaking.
Just look around and figure
Actually, you would get advantage on this check. I'll explain later if you make it.
I'll look at you like, what's going on with this bird?
7. I rolled on top of my other...
Re-roll it. If you roll on top of something, just roll. Don't you have a...
Okay, that's 19.
Okay. You recognize this poor hapless person?
Okay, how?
He was a guard on for the Targana estate.
It was not one I knew personally, just one I saw around.
It was a regular. He was definitely one of your house guard.
Yeah, I think at this point she tries to stand up and leave. I don't think it's going to work, but I think she's going to try.
The guards are tell you that they ask that you stay in your seat until the end.
So do they force her back into the seat?
They're very forcefully polite.
So the audience behind you.
Hey, sit down.
Hey, everybody else, make another wisdom saving throw.
I think she actually does try to force herself past in a panic.
Uh,
She does try to force herself past in a panic. Not like she's trying to shove them away, but she's legit. Got
Now again, 19.
22.
That's 20.
Two of you. The one that I try to get up and leave, I know her from somewhere.
She looks familiar.
Very familiar. Like a migraine, like horrible migraine for like a split second or two, and then you're like, ah. And then the thought of the migraine goes away, and then, I know her from somewhere. Yes, Avery.
So did we see her disguise go?
Who's this guy?
Or did we see her change? Did we see her sit
Who did
down?
you see change?
We didn't
Or
see
sit down?
her. Remember?
Oh, okay.
Probably paying attention.
As soon as y'all would
Yeah, I
have
don't know
crossed
they
the
would force
threshold.
her back into her seat, but
Well, I'm
They literally tell you to go back to your seat, please.
So I guess as I'm looking at this bird, put it up in my finger and look at it. Interacted with these before,
Yeah.
right?
Where'd you get bird?
Right. And when I was done, I'm like, well, this is Destry.
Does he get to know that much?
No, you never get to that level where it's Dastri's yet. You know this person, but you don't. Who's
Oh, we don't know.
You don't know.
okay,
You're not
okay.
there yet.
Okay, gotcha.
my point is
Now-
though that she's kind of in a state of panic where unless they force her to sit down, she's gonna keep trying to go.
No, they literally say, ma'am, do we need to detain you?
Do we?
Yes, they do.
They pull up another chair from somewhere else, and they see you in it, and a guard is seated right next to you.
Yeah, I just rolled. I'm rolling basically wisdom saves over here just to see what her mental state is like. That was a nat 1, so I think she's actually having a panic attack right now.
Okay. The fight doesn't go on much longer. Eventually, the man is laying on the ground, and there you hear the chanting, "Kill, kill, kill, kill," and he literally looks up at the Baron, and the Baron does this, and he turns around and buries the dagger in the man's chest.
Which one? Red or blue?
Give me a perception check.
Right. 11.
You weren't sure. You didn't catch it because the other dagger got dropped. As he did it, he dropped one. He put the one dagger in the chest and dropped the other one.
Which hand is he using? Can I tell which hand he's using to stab with? Like which glove?
No, you couldn't. You didn't catch it.
Oh, okay. Today.
Okay. There's a big cheering going on, and the Baron looks back and waves you over, Idris.
Okay. Can I walk over, but I ask that my big hulking friend accompanies me as well as the big
Smaller.
hulking friend.
Smaller, but still slightly bulky friend.
Bigger than me.
And it says, I understand your big guy, as you call him, is interested in fighting. Would he like a chance at one of my gladiatorial slaves?
I look to him and ask and see what he responds with.
I have no desire to kill a slave.
No, he kind of sees it as like destruction of property. He values that quite a lot considering the business we're in. So he himself does not.
Give me a deception check.
Hopefully that's decent. I can do right.
Right?
So deception, you said.
Yep.
So it'd be a 19.
19, outstanding. He nods his head and goes, understandable. And the Knob Baron picks up the daggers, starts basically juggling with them, throwing them around, and he grabs them in air and puts them in sheets in his. These sheets are hard sheets, not like leather sheets, into his waistband. And he waves at the crowd. Looks like 2 other slaves go and drag the body of the man off back through the tunnel.
Okay. The tunnel that we not seen things gone beforehand.
Yeah, the Knobberry came out of that tunnel, and then later the gladiatorial slave came out, and then that's the one they're driving him back through.
Yeah. Okay. I asked how many rounds do you expect to occur tonight, or is this
He goes,
pretty much
oh, he goes, one more, easily.
one more? Okay. Well, I mean, at some point I do want to
One guy's
discuss.
supposed to be a third fight.
You say that openly?
I
Archon?
My bread.
Okay, hold on. What's the definition of a fair fight? It's for blood, it's for sport. And
He's a very proud gentleman. He has certain ways
Oh,
of fighting to code.
understandable. And the next one, you see the Knob Baron looks over at you for a second, Dastria, and he looks over you with a very like quizzical look for a moment,
She is also crying, by the way. She does not look okay.
like openly.
Yeah, she looks terrified and she's crying. Like, not like ugly crying, but like the horror crying, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Kind of looks up at you for a minute, shakes his head and continues going and basically trying to get the crowd riled up.
That was the Baron or the Knob Baron?
The Knob Baron.
Okay. I don't know that she would notice any of that.
Give me a perception check at disadvantage.
Yeah, no, that's a 5.
Okay.
Hey, with a 4 and a 5 on the dice.
You guys watch the next round. Oh, go ahead.
I did want to ask him, like, I'm very interested to know, just because you are fascinating as a character, how you are able to have these so-called poor souls in the town or in the capital of a place that forbids it. I'm just quite curious myself.
Oh, we'll discuss that when there are fewer years around. But be assured, I have the most secure way of bringing them in.
I would love to hear it right after this fight, if you don't mind.
When we meet over it at our location south of Stettin, we'll discuss it.
Okay, and we said we were meeting up when with him and Stettin?
After the party.
After the party. Okay. I'm gonna push it a little bit more and say, like, hey, I do understand that, but since we're gonna have this business relationship, it's important to me that I am not reproducing or interfering with your methods already. I don't want to be, trying to move people as well. Come to find out, you're the only game in the town that's allowed to do this.
I am the only method of moving slaves in and out of this town. And other illicit cargo. It cannot come through town without hitting customs except by me.
Gotcha. Okay. Drop the issue.
Give me an insight check.
Sweet. That is 20.
intelligence check.
Sure.
You are guessing that he has to do it by some magical means. There's something he's got going on where he can move them without having to get them across the country somehow, because that would be way too obvious. Okay.
I was also wrong. Message just required vocal components.
Did you have to?
Yeah, sorry.
But it does specifically say in the spell that the only people who can hear are the people that you're getting the message to. So
Yeah.
I guess supposedly no one can overhear.
So, but you can't cast it in silence.
I would guess not.
Yeah. Okay. Give me another perception check with disadvantage this time.
Yeah, because I rolled again. She's still not in a great place. It's 11.
11.
Yeah.
You see another person from House Targana come out for the next fight. It's actually one of your father's closest spies in his spy network.
And it's not the same guy that I passed the message to earlier.
No,
right?
it's not. But this is definitely one of the people that works for your father's spy master. Like, legit. Like, you've seen this guy come and go out of the office on occasion. Which means he's probably pretty high up in the spy network.
Or was.
Or was.
So wait, he's going out into the ring
He's coming out into the ring, like,
as a slave going.
as a slave. We now present a member of the Targana the Targana spy network, a worthy opponent for the Na Baron. And you see the Na Baron look up at his uncle, nods his head, and pulls out his daggers again. Everybody give me a perception check.
That's 4.
Yep, you're good. You're rolling.
That is
19.
19.
What'd you get there, Winter? I'm walking 4.
10.
Okay. All right. You guys. He pulls out his daggers. He does the crosses his arms and blades again. He dedicates it to that young lady sitting in the back.
In the back? Am I in the back? Okay,
Yes.
I thought I was in the front still.
No, you're being detained in a chair
In the back.
in the back.
Having a panic attack.
Holy crap, somebody recognizes you.
And everybody give me a wisdom saving throw.
That's 20.
Natural 20? Wow.
18.
23.
2. You two, as you guys are looking, wait a minute. Where did Dasra go?
Bird. That's his bird.
That's Dasra's bird. But where's Dasra? She was sitting right in front of you a minute ago.
Can I talk to the raven?
You can't talk to the raven.
I whisper, where's that? Point to that.
It hops, turns around.
I look where it looks.
She's crying up and guarded by 2 guards in the back of the room.
This, I guess this is going to work
And
out.
oh, by the way, her disguise is non-existent.
Is mine?
No, she took it off a
she's
while
not.
ago.
Is my disguise working?
How many
Mine's a
guards?
racial thing, so.
Yours is non-magical.
So mine's a racial thing, so it's a physical thing. Okay, cool.
Yep.
So I'm still looking like Darren.
This is gonna be dumb, but it's. I think I want to try it anyway. But I don't. You have to tell me if it actually spent a spell slot when it fails. But she's going to. I guess. I assume the guards have their hands on her.
No,
Not anymore.
they're standing on either side of her, kind of keeping a half eye on you.
I'd say that she probably turns to one of the ones that's nearest her, kind of grabs his hand, or like his arm, and is like, "You gotta help him, please," and tries to cast Charm Person. I don't think it's gonna work.
Burn a spell slot.
Yep.
He just looks at you and goes, "Help a slave." What?
Yeah, magic's not working.
You know, I figured it wasn't going to, but
Yes, Avery.
So are we
Archon like standing near?
You are seated next
We're
to Idris.
seated. Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, so we're seated.
I mentioned the Idris.
And haven't been like.
You were sitting next to Dasria.
Oh, he got a front row
originally,
seat.
but you got a front row seat, and Dasria got up and left. And who's Dasria? We're sitting next to somebody. They left.
Are we failed that one?
Yep.
Oh, what?
18?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I didn't know. You were going to say something.
I was gonna say, like kind of gesturing back to between Gasria, the bird, like kind of looking like,
Crazy lady? What's significant about her? That's I don't know who you want to rescue, but remember, we're supposed to be keeping the light. Oh.
Okay. You see that this time, the guy, he just has 2 daggers on him, like the Nah Baron. And this fight does not go as quickly. In fact, there's at one point as they're fighting, the Nah Baron gets nicked on the rib. Everybody roll a perception check. And it's like the guy is on top of him, just like burying the dead. And the Nah Baron trips going down, and he's barely holding off this guy as the guy is literally just taking the dagger, trying to push it down to his chest. 9?
18.
15.
17.
You see the Nah Baron whisper like spitting a word, and the guy literally goes like flat limp for a second. The Nah Baron pushes him off and stabs him in the chest,
Okay.
and the guy convulses and dies.
Yep.
Uh,
Monte.
Mr. DeCristo.
Still crying.
Are you enjoying the event, sir?
I think it's run its course, in my opinion, and I think we would be willing to
People
help out.
and people are cheering, and you know, as the Nah Baron stands up, and he kind of gets to his feet. He definitely looks a little worn this time. He crosses his arms and then bows, putting his daggers back in his belt.
Can I ask this? Can I try to discern, is this part of some type of ritualistic thing belonging to some type of cult or something like that? Like, is this significant to a cultural group, and what does it mean?
This is give me a history check.
All my other rolls gonna be better.
Ah, beautiful.
24.
24. This is an old ritual from the days when gladiatorial combat was allowed. That the showing of the weapons, and then the whole rigmarole of I dedicate this, or all this stuff is part of an ancient tradition that has been banned for, we'll say, a very, very long time in this country.
What about for the heir to participate in it, though? Is that a common thing?
From what you remember, this is like, that should not have been that close
For that fight.
for that fight. Normally, it's a slaughter. It's just if it's going to be somebody like that, it's the Nah Baron playing around. Usually, it's some house guard or some house stable of gladiators, like trained men, who are fighting against gladiatorial slaves. And sometimes even that trained stable are slaves themselves.
Yeah, but the fact that he's participating, that's what I'm trying to wonder.
He's impressing this group of nobility, it seems. He's just impressing his fans.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Everybody, clapping each other on the back. You see money changing hands. The Baron thanks everybody for coming, and you see people filing out.
That's where he's up as soon as she's allowed to.
Wisdom saving throw for you, and wisdom saving throw for you.
17.
Okay.
That was a 14.
I'm sorry, what level are you?
I'm level 4.
Do you have the ability when you're charisma that you get to add your charisma modifier to people around you?
Charisma modifier?
No,
the,
not
the
yet.
What level is
auras
that?
aren't until later.
I think that's 5th or 6th.
Dang,
Or,
okay. The aura.
Or vitality.
Okay, just curious. Okay, you guys file out, and Dasher, you get any weapons that you came with?
Didn't bring any.
Okay. All right, and you see a lot of, as they look at you, glazed eyes for a second and keep moving. What are you guys doing that recognize Dasher? You see her, she's got like tear stains.
Is it just
I'll flick a shot.
Nope.
Idris is just like, okay, go, folks, let's get out of here.
Mr. DeCristo, I'm gonna get a little closer. We should deal with Astria. I don't like her being alone like that. I know you don't recognize the name. I know you don't.
I trust you and want you to get done. But again, don't make a scene. If she gets taken by somebody else, I don't know who the heck she is, so I'm not willing to risk my neck for her.
Are you okay with us leaving you? Do you think you can defend yourself if something were to happen?
I'll stay with him.
Okay. Can I take the bird with me?
I follow you everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, I take the bird with me, and then I essentially have it point out to Astria, like,
Okay.
lead me to Astria.
Okay, do you stop by to get all your stuff?
I would like to.
Okay, you retrieve all of your weapons and head back up the stairs.
I was with her. So
Yep. You have no idea who she's talking about.
Yeah, I just follow her.
Yeah. And you're the first one up the stairs. There's nobody around. The guards haven't filed up yet.
Give me a second. Yeah, no, her goal is to get outside.
Okay.
She is trying to leave. Damn it.
Okay.
Why couldn't you
You
roll
finally
better?
kind of push your way to the front and see Dasria walking very quickly towards the door.
Miss, you're tiefling, right? Like,
Yeah.
your disguise did fully drop.
Yeah, she's herself.
Yeah. Young miss,
Drop your bird.
may I have a word with you, please, on behalf of, my patron?
Outside.
Follow her outside.
Okay.
Yo, Jasper, where were you?
They separated me, and my disguise dropped, and that's... I don't know. Things certainly didn't go as planned.
No, they did. Yeah, Idris doesn't remember who you are, so I kind of just said,
Yeah,
you know,
I kind of figured...
Why do you keep bringing her to places where people aren't going to remember?
Why do you bring that to her? I'm so sorry.
There can be a benefit to that, actually. Like out of character, that could potentially be weaponized in the right scenario.
But we haven't been working.
I was going to have her try it, but she went the have a freak out route instead.
Of course, as one does.
As I explained to him earlier, I think it was completely valid. She's assuming no one remembers her. She's got no magic. She's been physically separated by a person who probably would stab her in the kidney if given the opportunity. And also saw a bunch of her family, her guard, from Kelly's guards, just get slaughtered.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say she explains that when she calms down a little bit. Like, those were the guards from my family's house. Those weren't just random people.
Those were just random slaves. They were people from your house taken as slaves. Where are we outside the premises?
She's not talking about this till she's way off property.
So outside the estate.
She probably goes like a block or two away, honestly. She's
Okay.
not.
The rest of you
leaving
guys?
Europe.
You guys get off property.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'm going to sit back and talk with the mayor.
okay.
To
Yeah.
ask him that more personal question if he didn't mind sharing it now that there are less ears. Explain to them, yes, thank you for the wonderful afternoon of fights. It was good to see your heir appearance deal quite the blow to those whoever's. Thank you for having us, but I really do need to insist because I just don't want to cause disturbances in the line of our work. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to affront anybody.
He looks at you. Give me a persuasion check.
I do not think it's a stroke his ego.
No.
No.
Oh, okay. You said persuasion?
Yep.
24.
24. He says, "All right, I'll share it with you. I have a teleportation circle down in my slavery. It's one way.
Oh, gosh.
We bring them in to the location. We send them on their way, and they right into the arms of my slave masters."
Truly, your cunning is incomprehensible to me. Thank you.
He nods his head.
And I'll tell you a secret of my own.
"Please."
There is an island out to the west of here that's I've made a name for. It's the island that I mentioned about. That it is home to quite the magical properties and such, and it has actually gifted me the ability to control the winds of the seas and such to my desire. So if I need to escape the law per se, that is what enables me. Having this connection with this place.
Give me a deception check. As you tell this tale.
Fucking lying through my teeth. So I'm going to invoke my silver tongue thing, so it is less than a 10.
Okay.
So, or less than a 9, so it is 10 plus my deception skill set.
Yep.
That is 18.
He goes, "Oh, you are someone of good business acumen then, and you are someone of renown then. Yes, I think our business dealings will go quite well."
Okay. Well, I think with that, unless you have any other business you want from me.
"No, we shall see each other later, my dear Christo."
My dear Aaron.
Okay. And get back outside. Give me another wisdom saving throw, Idris.
Yeah, because at this point you just like to see me struggle, don't you?
I do. Okay. As you get away further, you see your group talking with a young lady. You have no idea who this person is.
Wait,
but-
has everybody else? Has Archon made it back?
Yeah.
No, I recognize that he
Yeah.
has no clue, right?
Yeah.
I whisper to him like, "That's Dastria. She's a valuable member of our party. We forgot."
Is it because of that whole damn stone thing?
This
or
has happened
crystal?
multiple times.
Specifically you.
Shit.
Every time.
Don't worry, you'll remember her saying.
This stuff does that to you. Now, what can I say? What can I say? But if you say she is somebody to be trusted,
She is.
I will trust y'all. Just work with me as I am playing a little bit slow on this game. Okay?
And don't be a douche. She's had quite a night.
I need. Hold on. Everybody but Sakura, I need everybody to keep a tally somewhere on their character sheet. And Sakura, you only have 4 tallies. Everybody else has 8. Not Dastria.
I don't like this.
As well, you shouldn't.
Love it.
Oh,
Oh no.
Are you including both estates? I'm assuming something here, but
I know exactly what you're doing. I don't like it.
So we have
8.
This is gonna be dumb.
You actually only have 4.
Me?
Dietrich, yeah, you only got 4.
Is there a perception check I can make on this? What's going on here?
No.
Nope. Okay.
You don't have enough information.
No, but to be honest, I know exactly. I'm pretty sure I know exactly what you're referring to, and we have plenty of background information that would imply that we would know there are.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay, thank you. No, that is a 13.
You give me an Arcana check, Idris. Okay. Winter, you too.
I said we've got 2 cases in which we would know this thing would happen.
You're thinking on this. You're being told. You know you have vague recollection that something like this has happened before.
Yeah.
You're starting to wonder, based on what happened with your sister and Tarlin, if there are not long-term effects of this, of exposure.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You're pushing her real hard right now. She's gonna do something real stupid.
Okay, I relate this to everybody else. The hypothesis being that while we're going to be here a long time, we're with this stone or this crystal. I think the greater its hold is on those who are vulnerable to it, which we can obviously say is obviously me. But
after several hours, eventually, you're going. That's fine. You're like, she disappeared at some point during the.
But this whole thing of them telling me that I had forgotten her, that's even gone too?
No, that you don't remember forgetting her.
Okay.
But everybody's like, no, you totally forgot her. Like,
what are y'all talking about? Yeah. Crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
When we get
give me
back.
another Arcana check.
Did Winter get revealed?
Arcana, Winter, what did you get on your Arcana check?
11.
Never mind.
18.
There's only one spell you can think of that would have this kind of effect, and how they made it permanent in an item is beyond you right now. It's a spell Modify Memory, and it targets apparently at least one thing.
Yeah.
Now, the only way to break it would be to destroy a crystal.
A crystal or both?
Well,
she's going from upset
depends.
to manic.
You're gonna relay this all to us?
Based on what happened with his sister, that's like long-term effects.
She worked there. She was more affected by it.
Yeah, all the time.
But how did your mentor get to it?
He was probably
He kept trying to get on site, apparently.
Yeah, probably got in prison, just like her.
I think she does relay it, but oh god,
So wait,
oh god.
everybody else but Dasper will have the same effects that the sister and Tarlin had. Like, we'll just forget everything, like, all the time. Is that kind of the vibe we're getting?
With long-term, like
With
continued
long-term.
exposure over a period of time, yes.
That's what I expressed.
So
to y'all.
wait, what about the families? Like the Tardana.
Targanas?
Yeah, like
They're
our
probably,
parents.
they're probably under deep effect as well. Like they've been exposed to their crystals in their household for so long enough that now it's affecting them too. But maybe I don't know this whole manic going crazy business.
Yeah, because like, what made Alana? What was she saying?
Yeah.
What made her go crazy and Charlie go crazy? Not the parents nor the parents.
I'm guessing it's the going back and forth.
What do you mean?
Tarlin and the sister would have been going on and off property. The Targanas probably aren't leaving their house too much. That's my guess.
The only other theory I have, and this is like, have you shared this information about which spell it is?
Yeah.
That's important.
Or unless she's sharing it, but she kind of sounds like she's a little out of it as she's sharing it.
Okay. Which one? When he expressed this, you see Idris getting a visceral rage about this stuff. Like the fact that somebody is going around messing with his mind, because he has some beautiful shots of some glorious times on his ship, and he expresses to you all in a bit of detail of how this is now being taken away from him, and who knows what everybody else's little minds are getting rid of. Like he doesn't really give a shit about that, but like the fact that this isn't happening is making him more and more mad, and you can see he wants to burn this person's house to the ground.
Burn it.
I agree.
Burn it, let's go!
I agree. But
We'll
we
give
are,
you a chicken.
but we are,
Gotta cleanse it.
but we're mere little pawns.
Yeah, we don't know who's behind the crystals.
So we need help.
Well-
We need help.
You do know at least who delivered the crystal to the Targanas.
Mogmir's behind it.
The Baron is the only one I haven't been able to confirm as to whether or not he's also forgetting. The Nah Baron is being affected.
Oh, the Baron was there?
I don't know that I actually was looking for an opportunity to comment whether or not she was looking for that, but she was kind of too distracted to actually check. So I don't know that she ever got that information.
Can I just ask?
Sure.
Since I've revealed the spell, can I do an Arcana check to see what can reverse or anything or like fight against the mob?
Sure.
You have shared, by the way, that it
Yeah, yeah.
appears to be something that we can't keep doing.
Correct. Yeah. Arcana. That's gonna be 15.
There's nothing that fixes the spell other than. Let me see here.
Because there was something Azazel or Azrael did to fix my sister. And he said it was very powerful magic. She's about to go commit martyrdom, so that's great that he's gonna be gone.
Well, we know one way to fix it.
Destroy the crystal. Agreed. In a very heavily defended area, except your household, not as heavily defended.
It's going to take like much higher level magic than you guys have access to, and then most people have access to do it. But because it's tied to a magic item, an item, destroying that item could break it.
Cool.
I don't know if I can make this call, but I'd say anyone who's actively looking at Dastria, could y'all make an inside check?
Sure.
Can I give Idris dice?
Sure, I'll give you Bardic Inspiration.
What's your dice?
My insight for you is 18.
Hold on, I rolled really well.
Oh, wait, I have an added guidance.
15.
What?
D4.
A D4.
I have dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Insight
Now it is, what was it, 20?
20.
27.
15.
I don't know if I'm back with the word.
Yeah, you're back. Nobody's dropped anything
27 is the only one.
27.
She rolled the 21.
Ayo.
So I'm going to say your ability to notice is she all of a sudden looks very determined in a way that is probably not good for her health.
Where are we at right now?
You guys are at this
Probably
point
walking.
back at, walking towards the farm.
How close are we?
Hey, let's go visit your estate and blow up that crystal.
You're not
You guys all realize at this point
I'm back with you guys now.
the gates are closed.
Oh, yeah.
We're stuck in the city?
Yeah.
I can stay with the Arendals. I don't know about you guys.
I can stay with Felicity.
Yeah, you can stay with your sugar mama. Like, we got our sugar mamas to take care of us.
I can bring y'all with me. Like, I'm sure they would accept me as friends if I just smooth them the right way.
Yeah, I don't think I can get y'all into mine. Maybe I would like to take Dasser with me if I could. If
I
you
think
guys-
I've other places to go.
Dastria would actually have been more likely to go than Felicity's.
No, she's not. No, she said she's got somewhere else to go tonight.
Or will you be safe? Where are you
Does
going?
this count as part of the deception check?
Yes.
Where,
She says yes, and
I rolled-
no, you don't think she's going to be safe.
Where are you going?
Don't worry about it. Just
Use message. Use that spell you got.
It's only 120 feet.
We're right next to each other.
Okay, yeah.
Tell me. You know how to say it out loud. Where are you going?
Whispering this to her? Or are we confronting her now?
I don't know. I think she doesn't want to say.
I
Dasher.
just have a quick question. Does anyone have holy water, powdered silver, or iron?
I probably have holy water.
I would say roll a persuasion check on that.
I'll roll.
I don't know what I roll against the persuasion
I don't
though.
have the other stuff.
No.
Sorry.
It's too late to get anything. We're talking like 1 a.m.
I might. Hold on. Let me see if I have it. Holy water?
Yeah, I don't think
Holy
you've
water.
No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't get the clerk track. That's right.
Okay, you guys, where are you guys going?
I'm trying to get.
What was that? What was that persuasion?
Oh, right.
She rolled pretty low, so probably gonna get it.
I rolled a 2 of 9. Hold on. Let me see what her added persuasion.
Do we know what your mentor told her?
Bardic Inspiration.
Unfortunately,
I think she probably did.
No, he said in front. He said in front of the group.
I'm gonna go blow up a crystal. That's my idea.
I don't know what it's against, but she rolled a 7, so she's not. She's clamming up.
Okay.
With the invisibility scroll, I can sneak in, get close enough to.
Are you here with us right now?
Yeah, I'm
is
back
she
with
here?
you guys.
we at least take.
Okay, well, I need. You clearly know what she's thinking about, but in character, would you be suggesting this because you have no idea what she's thinking?
Give me an insight check.
Sorry, I want to make sure we're all on the same page here.
It's not like these crystals from the beginning. If she has an idea,
But you're suggesting something that has not been voiced to the group yet. That's why I'm.
what is this again?
Insight.
Is this going against my initial deception roll?
21.
21. No, you would have. You would have gotten exactly where she's going. what she's got planned.
You know what, Dastria? Okay, look, I know I can't convince you, but you're taking those two with you.
We are.
If you allow, I don't want her going alone. Sacramento. Would you be willing to follow
Aren't you
her?
glad we planned for offset?
I know, right? You pushed her, and now she's going like full.
I'm not
Wants
pushing
to throw
anything.
herself at something real stupid unless someone stops her.
Oh, you're being stopped, princess. No.
Well, I assume you share what's going on
Y'all
then.
are making a commotion now in front of us all. That's my understanding.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be loud about it, but I am.
It's like we are now seeing like
I'm
you
the-
are trying to persuade her to stop doing something. At which point
There's a.
don't
You
know.
guys see a member of a 4-man squad of the City Watch coming around the corner with lanterns.
Hey, let's just get back to Felicity's place and then we'll decide what's going to go on. But I don't want anything happening
Is
to
there
anybody
anything-
right now.
Not necessarily. I'm just saying this is what's happening.
How far is Arundel's from Felicity's? Are they near each other?
They're a few blocks from each other. They're in
So
the,
we'd be heading the same direction.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Do we walk away from the guards?
Yeah. We'll head towards Felicity and Arundel's.
And I do want to put like a hand on you and say like, I feel a lot of rage myself, personally. I think you have the most rage to feel out of everybody. Totally understand.
Rage is not the emotion.
Oh, it's not rage. It's not rage.
that's disturbing.
I'll put this lizard jerky from my kilt.
Okay.
Where in the kilt did you kill?
I'm just back and forth again.
Let's go take a calm breath
You have
before we do
spirit.
anything, please.
Of course.
I am the
It's a
only
little
one
spicy.
who is theoretically not going to suffer any long-term effects of magic. Anybody I bring with me is in danger.
That is a 6.
You are now poisoned.
Oh my god!
It's so spicy. You're like.
Archon, what would you?
Oh, that's my
It's-
fault.
you get
That's
this
my
same-
fault. The lizard
Poison is also a
poison.
stat spec you get from drinking too much. I'm using that as a stat spec. You have disadvantage on attacks and ability checks right now. You are literally, your mouth and your esophagus is on fire.
Did you give him the Weaver poison?
No, I forgot to mention that this is a delicacy among my people.
Delicacy.
We build up a tolerance to it through our lives. I didn't even think.
You quit poisoning our party members.
No, you don't know he's poisoned. He's just going.
He's just not.
Quit crippling our party
He's just not
members.
going to feel very good for a while.
But you
He's
heard
like-
Okay. I want to use lay of hands because I can actually do that to myself. And
Wait.
He can touch
I'm
himself.
going to pull out some of that medicinal plant that I have
Yeah.
in my pack. I'm gonna-
Archon, please no.
This is just going so far the other
Grab my
direction.
head, I open his mouth and spit in his mouth.
Give me a strength. Oh my god! Give me an opposing strength check.
Wait. He has a choice of whether to fight it or not.
Do you accept this? Archon's going full
You're
mouth to mouth, tongue in the mouth.
Spitting something into your mouth.
Dastria seems suddenly very distracted by this in a way that she hasn't been before. I
Give
just
that
wanted to see how
strength
she
check if
reacted
you're
to this, and it was a nat 1. So the answer is she just stops her rage and goes,
Yeah, he's gonna be your
18.
Huh?
18.
I got 19.
And
Oh, wait, don't fight it. Just let it happen.
Stop it!
he shuts your mouth.
Alright,
Interestingly
nice.
enough, it's literally like drinking liquid tums. It's like liquid tums.
You gotta
Okay.
stop.
missed the entire other part of that
Literally,
conversation,
like,
tuned
major
into this part.
acid,
Like,
everything just cools off, and you're like,
The fire heat just goes away.
What's that?
Archon.
Like, my lay of hands bullet, Lily, I can regenerate 20 HP, or I can either cure myself of disease or neutralize any poison effects.
With
that was
my
the
yeah,
five
last
no.
thing to do.
that takes 5. Yeah. Before you could do that, Archon does this, and you're like,
Archon, you need consent for that.
Yeah, I'll just be like this.
I'll pat him on the head.
Don't bang me on the head, but I do. Thank you.
You're welcome.
okay. So
Just forewarning next time.
okay.
She's a little calmer now, mostly out of confusion.
Okay. So you guys go ahead.
I was gonna say, see, if you do anything rash, you're gonna miss out on all this. Can you take a breather? I understand. I think I have an idea. I don't know what you want to do. It seems reckless. It seems you've got Avery and a Tizzle, which honestly, I don't want to make her any more upset. She's done so much for us already. I don't think we should
And I really don't want you guys suffering permanent brain damage because of me. Now, I don't know if we're ever going to end up on the Targana estate again at any point in this, but
the guard... in about 5 to 10 minutes, however long it takes to walk there.
No, we can't.
The guard's been reduced there. They've dropped the anti-magic shield, and I don't know if any of this will work, but this is as good of an opportunity as any to try it.
Do we know they dropped the
And if-
anti-magic?
She said she's seen evidence of it.
And at the very least, I know.
Here's
Here's the thing.
They're going to have to restrain
Sarah?
Stacker to keep her from going.
I appreciate that you want to, but the minute you go on that property, you're going to forget what you're doing there.
Yeah.
I'm the only
that's-
one that can
no.
consistently.
I may forget you, but I won't
May
forget what I'm
you.
doing.
So far as you guys know, may forget you, but not anything else.
Even so, I don't think she trusts that she's going to remember what we're. And wait, here, okay. So we go there. We remember the reason why we're there, but then you see me hanging out next to you, and you go, "Who the hell's that weird person? Must be a guard." I have no idea what your reaction's going to be when you forget me.
You don't look like a guard, though. Like,
No, but
give her
can you
some
tell me
credit.
for certain?
Unless you
What
try
her
to stop me,
reaction's
you're
gonna be.
okay. If I run across
The guards are
somebody
coming up.
trying to
What's
prevent
going on
me-
here? As you
We're
guys
not walking away from them.
I know, and they are keep following, and you guys are making louder and louder noises.
We're on our way to our friends and family's estates. We took a detour. We have some issues we need to work out on the way there.
I'll ask them if they want some jerky.
They look at you, the only thing you have is your kilt. No thanks.
Good
Good.
boys.
That's
And-
good.
And they say, be about your way, citizens.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And they stand watching you guys until you guys walk off.
Yeah, we walk off.
Okay.
On Felicity's.
After about a 15-minute walk, you guys get to Felicity's place, and their butler answers the door. Obviously, it's very late. They say to wait here while we summon Lady Felicity and her mother. Yes.
I am not with them. I'm going to try and continue to convince Dastria to.
Dastria is there with them.
I'm trying to figure out whether or not she's trying to slip away.
I keep a very close watch on Dastria, and
we all
I let the butler know that I will not be staying. I am just here to
As you
drop
wish.
them off.
Felicity comes down. Basically, she's wearing a
A fuzzy pink robe. Please let it be
not
a
a
fuzzy
fuzzy
pink
pink robe over her nightclothes. She goes, what are you doing here so late? What? Did you get stuck in the city again?
Yeah.
Come in.
Thanks.
Before my mother gets woken up, come.
All right.
And she gets you guys into an area, and she lets you guys into the basically a common room area. And she goes, what's going on?
Just taking a round stroll. We were checking things out. We had a party tonight, and unfortunately, we just lost track of time. I know it's inconvenient, and it's very unsettling of me, but I'd like to pay you back with another date, an outing, perhaps, within a couple days.
She blushes and goes, well, fine. And she has the butler go and get you guys rooms where you guys can stay for those who are staying. She absolutely insists that you stay with her, and
I am to go find my fiance. I am betrothed of sorts, and I'd like to go.
oh
take
yeah, you're the one betrothed to Aramel.
Yeah, betrothed to her. Thank you for noticing.
No, it wouldn't be proper at all for you to show up unannounced at this hour on his family's doorstep, no matter how friendly you are. I insist that you stay.
Wait.
I couldn't. I really couldn't, ma'am. I really need to see Aramel.
What does
No, it does not mean that. Archon!
It can.
Archon! No! Stop it!
She's absolutely insisting. She's not going to let it go.
Absolutely.
All right.
Is that maybe not soon, but
Well, I will be leaving early in the morning to see them. It's not.
That's perfectly fine. Right after breakfast. And but she says, I have to go get my beauty rest. Please make sure you make yourselves comfortable and get some sleep. And she goes back upstairs.
Okay. Is the butler still here?
No, the butler goes back to bed himself.
Did we pass anybody?
No.
If I start bickering immediately.
No. Okay, what's your plan?
Dastria.
the scrolls in there.
I-
Yeah. At least let me know what you plan on doing.
Here's the thing.
We need a plan.
I understand you guys want to help, and I'm grateful for that, but as long as those crystals are up, I can't trust any help you guys can give me. All I can trust is that I'm the only one that for sure won't be affected by it, and I can presumably sneak in there, attempt to destroy it, at the very least see if it's something I can do on my own.
Well, if you try and go in alone, they will kill you. If you try to hurt the crystal, they will kill you. There's not much you can do by yourself.
What makes you think I can't?
Because you tried.
No, I haven't. I have not tried to destroy it.
You tried to get in and they caught you.
Yeah, because there was an anti-magic shield. It's no longer up.
How do you know it will go back up?
I can test it before I run in the gates. I'm not doing this to be stubborn. Listen,
That's where it seems like the party is telling you that they're not going to let you go by yourself.
No.
It's all for one,
okay.
all for all.
I want to be clear. Out of character, I know this is a bad idea, but in character, you see why she's come to this conclusion, right?
Oh yeah.
No, we see what you're doing.
Especially, she is really getting tired of the situations in which she is going in with some vague semblance of a plan, having to be derailed because everybody keeps forgetting her. And whether or not you guys continue with the plan, things keep getting screwed up, and she knows she's the only one consistently that can get through and will not be long-term affected by this, presumably, and she doesn't want you guys having these long-term effects. And we based on what he said, we know at some point it's going to start happening, but we don't know when. So the next time you guys come on site could be the last time.
Okay.
I want to get an contingency plan. If something goes horribly wrong, I want to know how to find you. Not going near the crystal. I'll stay away.
Here's the most.
Someone needs a contingency plan.
The most I can do. I can leave you with my raven. I cannot communicate with you through the raven when I'm too far away, but I can dismiss it. If it gets dismissed, something's happened. I don't know what you want to do with that.
Yes, go ahead.
Can I ask what Winter is thinking?
Winter, what are you thinking right now?
Yeah, Winter.
Well, I'm thinking it's absolutely ridiculous to be going to this place alone. You need some kind of backup.
But again, any backup will forget her.
And B, you should probably bring somebody who understands how to get in and out of Noble's places undetected.
Yeah, you mean the place that she grew up in? I think she probably.
How often did you sneak in or out of there?
What? What was that?
Winter?
How often did you sneak in or out of there?
Probably not very often, but if she's invisible, she doesn't need to sneak. But she knows the entrances, and well, I don't know if she knows the current guard rotations, but she at least knows the entrances. And she knows the squeaky floorboards, I'm sure.
At this point, since you've made it consistent of being convinced, I want somebody to make a persuasion check with advantage versus Dasria's.
Give them everything. Give them a bardic and a guidance.
Yeah.
I give you guidance.
That
Or
D4.
D4.
Winter, give them a bardic.
You can only have one.
No, it's a guidance and bardic.
Oh, guidance and bardic? Okay.
Dude, I'm going to use the token.
Okay, that's a D12.
You said a persuasion check?
Yep.
No. No, unless you roll it out.
Persuasion, which is 8, so that's 30, baby.
12.
30. More than twice.
Yeah, can I actually act this out?
Yeah.
Idris is actually going to hold you on the shoulder, explain this to
Honestly, she does not like that right now. She got manhandled tonight. It was not good.
No, he's just trying to express that he is not, your family isn't the only family that's messed with. My family's been messed with. I understand this is a jarring moment, but right now we don't need to be pulling some high seas lone wolf stuff right now, which he shouts really loudly so Sakura can also hear this, that we are not going to do this right now because we are not in a position of power. You trying something else right now is not going to be good, and everything trying to go for that goal is going to end in your demise. And we don't want you to end in your demise, and I realize you don't care if it ends in your demise, but we care. So that's why he's going to make an argument like that.
And every time you...
Okay, I do want to point out, I don't think she's convinced that going with the others is a good plan, but I think you chill her out at the very least. Because, again, logically, out of character.
Based on your previous, the fact that you've already established this with Dasria in these situations, I'm going to rule that it was a contested roll and you lost.
But
You've got your.
I still think she thinks it's the better plan, but she's at least calmed down enough to not enact it.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Or is maybe back to being a scared little brat, maybe.
Okay. So
Her bravado's gone.
the next question is this: what do you guys do now?
So it's still late night.
Yes, it's about 3 a.m. at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna try and sneak over to Aramil's. So sneak out
Give
of the
me
house.
a stealth check.
Okay. I'm still with the understanding that we're leaving for Stettin the next day.
Yeah.
24.
Okay. You sneak over there. You're at the gate.
Who do I see?
Nobody. It's 3 in the morning, or at this point 3:30.
I knock on the door. So you're in there.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
The sound of societal politeness going out the window.
Yeah. I'm going to. Is there any? Stand up. Are there any bushes nearby?
Yes.
I'd like to find bushes.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Bushwalking.
What is?
Yeah.
If I had a boombox, I would.
Okay.
Really? You're not going to throw pebbles out the window?
Wait. Can I tell you what's in the window? I can go to the
one. Yeah.
I'll get the pebble out the window.
Nothing.
Oh. Okay.
Shut up!
Hey, actually, give me an intelligence check.
Oh my god.
He's probably gone, I know. But
Yeah, but we
that's
knew
a 2 on the die. So,
we knew it was gone.
Yeah, you guys knew he was gone. He was with Musi going to track down that
I'm trying
assassin.
to find Aaron from his family.
Oh, okay. Well, that was his room anyway.
Yeah, it was just, if he so happened to be there, I wanted to check, say, oh, maybe he's there.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Okay. Next morning, you're creepily hiding in the bushes next to your future in-laws. Everybody else wakes up. Felicity, she has her cook make a really nice breakfast for you guys.
I'll bathe.
In your room?
No!
In the fountain. The common room. Right?
There's nowhere to bathe in the common room.
You don't remember his bathing, do you?
I do. He went in the fountain in the center of town.
Oh no,
That was the
the oils
oil.
and scraping! The naked oils and scraping!
Everyone just wakes up to the sound.
You're not there.
Oh no, just the imagery!
And everybody's like, you see,
The strange smell of eucalyptus.
you see the butler come in. Oh, Lady Felicity, there's rather a large gentleman, oiled up and nude, scraping himself clean in the common room. What do I do? She gets a really confused look, looks at you.
It's kind of what his people do. So, like, I don't interrupt it because it's done. He's just gonna get mad, and then it's gonna be oiled and naked and running around the house. So, like, just let him do what he wants. If he damages anything, I'll pay for it.
Can I help his back? She literally looks at you. Okay. And then looks at the butler. You heard him. Keep my mother away.
Dasri is definitely just huge bags under her eyes, a big thing of whatever coffee I assume
Yeah.
they have here, sitting on the couch just kind of watching.
Am
I rolled. There's no tax in this.
I want to help out.
She rolled a 2.
Hit all his bits.
His manhood.
Anyways.
I won't look at her the whole time, but the last one, I'm on the last little bit. I'll look up.
It's great.
I'm just walking around.
Winks at Dasri.
My husband's screaming like with a little fruit.
Gotcha.
I think she actually smiles for the first time in 15 hours.
Okay, you guys are.
It's your turn
You guys still had a long rest since then, so anything you burned, you didn't get a long rest this time. Didn't have enough time.
Oh, okay, then I'm still.
Yeah.
It's 2 spells. That's fine. She probably didn't sleep much.
All right. Next morning, you guys are heading out. Then to. Are you guys heading to?
His house?
Are you heading to Stettin, or are you heading to that location south of Stettin?
The location south of Stettin.
I'm looking for Avery.
Would you guys mind if I check to see if there's a letter?
Okay, so there's a couple things.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. Are you going first thing to go check letter?
I don't think they're gonna let her leave.
Avery doesn't show up in the morning.
Yeah, I'm going.
What are you doing?
Try and clean myself up as best as possible and knock on the door.
Okay. The butler answers the door. Oh, lady, Miss Avery, how can I help?
Hello there. Are the lord and lady of the house around?
Yes, they're at breakfast.
May I speak with them?
Please come in.
Outstanding. Thank you so much, sir. What's your name?
And he has a name.
Was it
Is it also Jeeves?
Is it also James?
So we just call him Gromit? Jeeves Jr.
His name is Jeeves Senior.
Son of Jeeves.
Lurch?
Jeeves. Son of Jeeves. Lord John.
Meepo.
No, it's not Meepo. Hold on.
Flanagan.
Look
Elmore.
Mark.
Hold on. He's got a
it
Jimbo.
up. His name is Everett.
Everett. Thank you, Mr. Everett. I really appreciate it.
And takes you there, and they ask, how can I help you?
Hello. You'll have to excuse my appearance. Much like Aramil, I am one with nature and adventuring, as you can tell.
Yes, we can tell. Errol hasn't returned.
I figured.
He's been gone on some mission or another. We don't understand. He's tracking somebody down. I mean, he does this every once in a while. He was with a friend of yours, I believe, named Musi. Yeah.
Do you know when they're to return?
No, unfortunately. He said he might be gone for some extended time.
All
Oh,
right.
he does this. He'll be back.
I'm sure. I trust him. I just wish to see him is all. I just wanted to check on him.
We can leave word that you were looking.
I'd appreciate it. Me and my comrades are taking a trip south of here on adventuring business. I'm sure you're used to hearing from Aramil.
Yes, yes.
I was just wanting to see if he was around to see if he would accompany us.
No, unfortunately, he said he'd be gone for some time. And I'm sorry.
All right.
But we'll definitely leave word that you are here.
I did have another question.
Yes.
Not being from in the inner city, I don't exactly know who's aligned with who. I know there are two large main houses, the Mogmirs and the Targanas.
Oh, the house's manager. Yes, the Targanas and the Monacomiers, absolutely.
The minor houses, are they aligned with
Some have made alliances with the greater houses. We've more or less maintained our independence from that. Have a small gathering of houses, of the smaller houses minor that we are allied with. We are friendly with the Targana house, but we hold no particular hatred or dislike for the Monacomiers.
You're just not close.
No.
Alright. I was just curious, again, not being from the highest of class, and getting closer to Aramil, I wanted to essentially see where you stand on each side, if if I had connections on either side, if any of those would interest anybody, or if some I would need to deal with.
Oh, I mean, we can definitely set up a tutor to talk to you about genealogies and house relations. And honey, dear, what was the name of that tutor? The one that served many of the houses. And she's talking, and they're going back and forth. Oh, you know the one. He was the halfling chap. And they go, it was Tarlin.
Charles, yes, I actually do know him, actually.
Really?
Yeah, he's a friend of he's a companion of mine. He's
Oh.
yeah.
Well, then please send him by. We would love to hire him, and when you are available, we can have him tutor you in these things.
Outstanding. Okay. Well, thank you for your time. I do my best to do a bow curtsy thing. I'm still in the disgusting guy's clothes, which are even more disgusting because I slept outside.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
trying my best to look as high class as possible, failing.
Outstanding. Okay, and so the last thing.
And then I'd also like to I'd like to go to Felicity's and see, ask them where they went. Okay, if they're not already.
They're still there.
Oh,
They were there
cool.
early enough.
Oh, cool. I mean, back up.
They're finishing breakfast. You're heading out to.
Are they letting me? Do they trust me not to run on my own?
She wants to go out and check on the letter.
Recommend nobody go out alone anywhere at this point. Take at least one person with you.
Buddy system.
My recommendation, though, is that you stay
Your
several
recommendation.
blocks away, and if you have a disguise spell, use it.
I can go disguised as.
You're not here yet.
Yeah, I am.
Are you?
Not when she's leaving. This is while you're gone.
Oh, okay. I
We
thought
need
she
to
was
be
leaving
able
if I
to
was
see
back.
Here's the thing,
however
like-
close we can do that.
Here's the thing, though. The closer you are, I've got a plan to get out of here if there's someone watching. I don't know that I can do anything to you, though. If I go alone, it's the safest. If you want to stay a couple blocks away.
Nondescript.
Okay.
I recommend that we hang out in different places. If that makes any sense. You can be nearby, but don't be in the same building I'm in.
I just want to be in a position where
Or
if somebody tries to kidnap you or harm you, whatever, I'll be able to intervene. That's all.
that's not. I'm worried about being caught, but okay. Actually, I think I can use disguise self on other people. Can I?
I don't need it. I can do that.
You can do disguise self. Well, then I would. Okay, then do that. I'm going to cast disguise self on myself.
Okay. And as you approach the yeah.
Again, I am not approaching it. I assume somewhere nearby, like an alleyway or another building I can go into. Use the.
You could even tell me where it is, and I can go.
No. There's a freaking plan for this, man. And I'm going to send my Raven to go retrieve it and look through its eyes.
Okay. Give
Is
me a
there
perception check.
5.
Okay. Your Raven does see a letter where near where it was asked to be dropped. Raven picks up the letter.
And then I'm going to cast invisibility on the Raven.
Yep.
And it is going to. I'm going to have it circle the block, or like a couple blocks, like 3 or 4 times, then head towards the estate where everybody else is. And then once it's, 7 blocks away or so, drop the invisibility spell, cast invisibility on myself, and leave. Okay. That's 2 invisibilities.
So it comes back to you. You have it come back to you, and then you cast invisibility.
No, I send the Raven to the estate, and then I drop. Once I'm sure the Raven is far enough away that it could potentially blend in and not be followed, I drop the invisibility on it, cast it on myself, and leave.
Whose estate is this?
And then I go back to that place.
Okay.
I'm, of course, trying my best to see if there's anyone else around or if I'm being followed, but God knows
Give
that's
me a
not
perception check.
18.
Huh?
18.
You're not being followed, that you can tell.
Okay.
You get to the estate. Your Raven is there waiting at Felicity's estate then for you.
Yeah.
Okay. You get out there.
This is gonna suck. This is gonna go very badly, I can tell.
Does a 15 hit you?
Yes.
The last thing you feel is a dart go into your neck, and you drop.
Cool. Are we get a con save for that?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a con save.
No.
What'd you get?
8.
8. Okay. Everybody, give me a perception check with disadvantage.
You did warn me this was not going to go well.
Well, I still get it too, even though I was trying to follow it.
Yeah, you don't get disadvantage on yours.
Oh, shit. What is it? Perception, you said?
Yep.
8.
18.
Okay.
19.
19. Everybody but Avery thinks you guys hear a commotion out front.
Oh, let's hear it.
Okay. You guys, as soon as you guys get out front, you see a Dasri's spellbook laying just outside the gate, and the body of the crow, of her Raven, disappearing.
Wait.
No message.
Why did it disappear?
After it dies, after it later dies,
Oh, wait,
its
that
body
kills.
disappears.
We see her.
No, you do not see her. All you see is her spellbook. And give me a survival check for everybody to see what they can see.
No message. We're
Yeah, we're going with character, I guess.
Oh no! It has there's a message laying on the ground. It looks like a letter or a note.
18.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Operation Rescue. That's your own.
I warned you
You
guys
see
this was very
you see
badly.
evidence of drag marks going back uptown
Oh,
towards the Targana estate. And we're going to leave it at that. Thank you all for joining us this week with the Inglorious Ingrates. We hope to see you again next week. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.